Oh, thank you, YouTube. I did not. I really liked when it was like, congratulations, your video was uploaded. And I'm like, yeah, I know. This is like the 1500th time I've done this. It's not necessary. Yeah. Well, it looks like we're live on Twitch. Oh, sorry, I had you muted there, but we are live on Twitch now. So how's it going, everybody? We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Welcome to the July 11th edition of the Northern Lion Live Super Show. I am Ryan Fryan Northern Lion here with my co-host, as always, Slick Nick Rockley Smile.
There you go. Thanks.
Scumbag J Smith OTI is not quite here yet, but he will presumably be here in the future. So thanks for coming out. We are going to be doing a little traditional stuff and a little new stuff. We are going to be doing some Dark Souls, as usual, about an hour of that, and we will spin the wheel of Destiny to see where we are going to be invading, and then we're going to do a race in Megaman X, see if Nick and I can recover our honor at some point.
I promise I won't quit this one.
We just keep getting, like, consistently banned, or not banned, consistently bad, I guess. I just noticed my guy is looking real svelte. I don't know what it is, like, the more time goes on, I feel like he's getting more and more jacked. It's like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or something here.
Yeah. I mean, check his chest hair. Maybe he's got some sort of indicator as to why that's happening.
Check your chest hair, please. All right, look at the foul port. Oh my God, his eyes. This is why you don't stare directly into the fire. He's gonna become like blind Kenshi from Mortal Kombat. Nice. He's looking pretty well groomed today. I may be mistaken, but I do believe that when you, like, your chest hair pattern sort of changes based on the lighting. So here it looks like a very pronounced up arrow that's like, my face is up here, what are you looking at? He's also got great belly button hair. Like some of the funniest belly button hair I think I've seen.
You sure this guy's just not a Reddit plant? Maybe he's just a weird advertising scheme for Reddit.
Yeah, this is the subtle encouragement. I chose this chest hair pattern because it gets you plus 12% likes on YouTube.
Yes.
Anyway, I will ask you to be on the J Smith OTI lookout.
Oh, sure, I can do that.
In the meantime, I totally forgot to mention that we are going to be giving away Hotline Miami codes today in celebration of it being on sale in the Steam sale. So let me set up the Wheel of Destiny here, and I hope you guys will sit back and enjoy the show. I'm excited for today's show. There was no show yesterday as I was in San Francisco looking at a couple of games from Paradox, including Magica Wizard Wars, and I will have videos on that coming up next week, but otherwise I can't really talk about it too much, but that is the reason why I was not here. Hopefully this wheel loads up in a second, because as of right now, there's no graphic. Oh, there it is. Okay, 1 second. So add screen region. As always, thanks to everybody who's watching, no matter where you're watching, but if you are watching on Twitch, let me know if there are audio issues so that I can sort those out. For example, if I sound too quiet or if Nick sounds too quiet, I can sort that out, no problem. And we get on Deadberg. I feel like there is a non-random, there's like a weightedness to the spins sometimes.
Yeah, it pretty much just wants you to go to Undeadburg every single time without exception.
You know, I don't really have a problem with that because I love Undeadburg, and we're already at Firelink Shrine, so this is basically like exactly where I need to go. 1 second, I just need to get the Northern Lion Twitch channel over here so that I can put that up, and then now I've got...
Saying audio's perfect.
Audio's perfect. That's what I like to hear. You don't always get that.
Can't ask for more than that.
Not on the first try. That's why we did that test call like 2 minutes before the stream started today.
Right.
So how's it going, Nick? What have you been playing over the past week? What are you picking up anything in the Steam sale? How's the family, etc., etc.?
Well, the thing for me the last couple of days, I've been playing a lot of Tokitori 2 Plus.
Oh, yes.
Which is the most alliteratory title that I can come up with.
Tokitori.
Yeah, yeah. It's a really interesting game, actually. You would think at first glance that it's like kind of a childish-looking, simple puzzle game, but it's actually surprisingly deep. It's got a lot of character to it, and it takes off in a way that I wasn't expecting it to. It's got a very accessible tone in that you start out really simple with basically nothing to learn about it, and then all of a sudden you find out you've got all these different tools at your disposal, and the game is just opening up, and there's just all these different branching paths you can go in.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Tokitori 1 came out like a decade ago, right?
It may have been that old, yeah.
I think, because I was always like, when I saw the Tokitori 2, it was initially, it came to Wii U first, so I was like talking to the dudes over at Two Tribes, And I was like, admittedly, I have no idea what's up with the Tokitori franchise, and I did some research and was like, oh, that makes perfect sense because, you know, I think it came out when I was like 12 or something.
Right. Yeah, I totally missed the first one. I had no experience with it, and I believe the second one is quite a departure from the original. So if you found the first one distasteful for any reason, and I'm not sure why you would because I haven't played it, but this one's quite good.
I did see that your video was on our indie gaming today.
Yes, there's about 40 minutes of me talking through the beginning of it, so if you want to get a feel for it, there you go.
Yeah, I will absolutely do that. That's also, did it just come out like this week and it's already on sale on Steam?
Yep, it debuted today with the Steam sale.
Wow, weird. That is unusual, but good for them, I guess,
like
yeah.
$5 off for the first 2 days.
I guess, well, that's more than is usual for an opening day sale, for sure. Usually it's only like 10%.
Yeah, it's like $2 or something, yep.
Yeah, so like 10 to 15% usually. So generally speaking, like the cheaper the game is, the more it'll go on discount though. Like when Cubemen 2 came out, they had all sorts of weird promotions with it. So it was already like, if you didn't own the previous game, it was like 10% off. If you owned the previous game, it was literally like 80% off. And you could also buy like a 4-pack, and the 4-pack carried a discount, but also stacked with the discounts from whether you owned the game or didn't know the game. So potentially, you could get, for $8, you could get between like 1 and 6 copies of Cubemen 2 or something.
That is really wild. I have no idea how they figured that out.
Very strange indeed. Koto Man. Oh, no, okay, I'm alive. Almost jumped off the edge. That would have been a bad start to these invasions, no question about that. We'll just do a well, what is it here? Did
you get to... Oh, sorry,
please,
go ahead.
Yes.
Did you get to look around through all the Steam sales so far? Because I didn't see a lot that were particularly compelling yet, although it's very early on yet.
I looked through it. Okay, here's the thing. Steam has been like real bad today because of the sale, so there's like a ton of service issues. There are a couple I liked. I think BioShock Infinite half off is the one that probably appeals to me personally most today, because I know or own a lot of the other ones that are on sale. Oh, it's not good. Blood loss. So yeah, BioShock Infinite for $30 seems like I might finally jump into that game. Hotline Miami at $2.50 I think is real nice.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good deal.
What was the Scribblenauts Unlimited for $5 I think is great too.
The idea of Dishonored for $10.20, if that gets voted up, I think is pretty nice.
Right, yeah, that's crazy cheap. Bethesda's been really good about discounting Dishonored. Even like last year, pretty soon after it came out, they dropped it down to minus 50%. I think in the Christmas sale, which was kind of surprising.
Like BioShock might be right on the cusp of being one of those games that in like another month it's going to end up showing up for $15.
I think in the Christmas sale or the Thanksgiving sale, it could go to $15.
I would rather probably wait for that. 30 is still like, I'm too poor to to do that.
I find what I find crazy about Steam is how some games, and this is probably publisher specific, but some games hold their value like crazy. Like
Crysis, Far Cry,
fucking
things with Cry in it.
Call of Duty will. I was talking to somebody on Twitter today, and they're like, "I'm just waiting for like Black Ops 2 to go down into a good Steam sale," and I'm like, "Dude, Activision has a bad precedent for this." Like, I think in the Christmas sale. Black Ops 2, they had like a 12% discount and it got front page on Steam. So I would be surprised to see Black Ops 2 go below 15 or 25%. And even they'll be like, yeah, we got a great sale today. Like the Call of Duty game from 2 years ago is going to be like 40% off today. And you're like,
they're hyped about it too. Like as if anyone didn't buy that at this point. Also, CSGO for $5.09 for the next 2 hours. There's a good deal right there. Go grab that.
That's the other one I like a lot. Those were I think the three I tweeted today. It was like Hotline Miami. Well, I didn't tweet about BioShock, but I was like, I'm gonna probably get that. Hotline Miami, BioShock, CS:GO, and Scribblenauts.
Even Rogue Legacy is 20% off. I mean, if you haven't picked it up already.
Very true, and it's also 20% off on the Humble Store. So if you're interested, you can get a code there as well. BizSnap is right in the chat, by the way. I got peer pressured into subscribing to myself on Twitch. So I paid $5 to get my own face next to my name, which I have to point out is my own creation. That icon is something that I created myself, and I don't even get like the whole cut of the $5. So I basically made a donation to Twitch TV for the purposes of getting an icon next to my name.
I can't believe they don't just comp you a permanent subscription, being that you are you.
I think they might if you email them, but I decided that, you know, the absurdity of the whole situation is actually kind of
embrace it. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. It's part of what I like about it. So, somebody's using some great soul somethings. Where's he at? Are you hearing that?
I don't hear shit, man.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah.
There
I
is
just hear the Skype
an
call.
invisible man firing sorceries. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I thought he was doing something kind of unsavory, but actually he was just like scamming some dudes here, and I came up and scammed him in turn.
There you go. Oh, shout out to Jelly D, who reminded me that Bioshock is actually an extra 20% off on Green Man Gaming. So.
Yes, I believe that the Green Man Gaming, I don't know if it's a precedent, but what they are trying to do with more regularity is basically match everything in the Steam sale, or as many things as they can, and then throw in like an extra 20% coupon on top of that, which is an awesome strategy. It's very aggressive for sure. I don't know who takes the loss on that 20%, whether it's Green Man or the publisher themselves, but they're definitely very forward thinking when it comes to like acquisition.
They certainly seem to have some of the best deals, and the only one that I've seen has even competed, other than obviously Steam, would be Amazon.
Yep.
Has now and again gone just to absolutely crazy low prices.
And speaking of you know, distribution platforms, there's big news yesterday that Desura was purchased by Linden Labs. Did you see that?
Oh, I didn't actually catch that.
Yeah, so Linden Labs, the publishers of Second Life, picked up Desura.
Is that a totally random thing to happen?
I don't know,
I get
actually.
it.
It seemed kind of crazy to me, because I was like, you know, why?
Right.
But sure, we'll see what happens. People generally, like, normally with news like this, people are like either positive or negative, and they're like, oh, what does the future hold? But now everyone's just like, shit, man, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't even know what to think about that, or like how that affects anything in any way.
Yeah, the repercussions of it just don't seem to make any sense.
Oh, McPixel for $1. That's another deal.
Ah, that is a good deal.
Check out.
So I think Twitch chat might be broken here.
Oh, it looks like it stopped moving, yep.
That is okay, though. We will continue to join you here. Chat seems to have died for me. Oh, but some people are still here. Oh, everyone's back. All right. I don't know, man.
Fix itself.
Twitch is having problems. Steam is having problems. Just roll with it. We'll just be here playing video games regardless.
Keep it casual.
Exactly. Just don't worry about it too much. Now, I'm still trying to find this ding-dong. I expect that he is around here because, like, a lot of the doors are open, basically, and the men have been killed. I've been invited to join the Steam group, the Micro Penis Alliance. So there you go. Do you have a
It's a
problem?
strange alliance to be a part of.
Check your penis, please.
What can you... Oh.
It's on
That'll be the next thing the TSA has us doing, you know? You're gonna
Okay,
board this airplane.
I always seem to come back from these trips with stories where I'm like, oh, okay, that was really close. Or I come back from stories that was just like, man, did these people like never travel at all? So I had a 6 a.m. flight on Tuesday morning to San Francisco. So I had to be at the airport 4 in the morning, go through security. It was a really fun time. And then I'm waiting in line for a passport check, basically to do border control for the United States. And I see this guy behind me. He gets like pulled out of line and put in a separate line because of something on his customs form. And then that dude ended up sitting behind me on the plane. He looked like a normal American guy. He ended up sitting behind me on the plane. Oh, hello.
Did he say glory to Aristotska at any point?
He did not.
Okay.
All right, I guess
I
I
make
win.
sure.
But then he was complaining to the guy beside him. He's like, man, like, I don't understand these Canadian border guards. They're, like, so intense. First off, that is hilarious. It gives you some perspective, having gone through American security. But he's like, they took me to the side because I had, like, too much cash on me. And the guy beside him was like, well, how much cash did you have on you? He's like, yeah, just $25,000 in cash.
What?
On his person. And he's like, I can't believe they detained me over that. Like, if it was $100,000, I would understand. But $25,000, that's ridiculous. He's just like, man, this dude just has no perspective on the world at all.
It's weird.
Yep.
I don't even have anything to say to that. Like, I've never been in a position where anyone has even talked about that they have $25,000 anywhere near them.
Yeah, I couldn't help but laugh because his, like, incredulousness was just hilarious. And you
It
know,
made me take all the diamonds out of my pockets. I didn't know what to do.
exactly. So I was bringing this Canadian polar bear back through customs, and the border guards had the audacity to interrogate me.
Right.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I know, right? It was really shitty for him. He was on his way to Hawaii, though, so I'm sure he'll get over it. That kind of money can last, at least a couple of hours.
Hey, it could have been Vegas.
That's true, yeah. If he was going to Vegas, then he could blow that probably pretty quickly. Someone has a good point in the chat. How is he
on the
carrying
limo
it?
ride to the casino?
I don't even. Yeah. Basically, it was just like this guy. First off, okay, he must be fairly rich or incredibly stupid. Maybe a little bit of both. But also, like, this must be your first time traveling. If like this is the first time you've ever been kind of stopped for having $25,000 in cash. That's like specifically to avoid things like money laundering and smuggling and illicit transactions. This guy refuses to fall off the edge. There we go.
Do they get all worked up if you try to bring any vegetables with you? I know that's a thing, but like, how do they work that whole transaction?
Yeah, you're not supposed to take like vegetables or I don't know, animals, furs,
Right.
plants that are not vegetables, like trees and stuff, saplings. I don't know why. I think it's like to avoid introducing like
New species to the
like
ecosystem.
invasive species, or if there's like a disease, like an agricultural disease that's like prevalent in one part of the world, they don't want it to spread. Like, I don't know, tree botulism or something.
Seems fairly reasonable, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure they have their reasons. I will say that actually, American security was particularly nice this time. Normally, I come out with a negative story, but this time it was pretty good. But it's always
reason.
they always like they ask like, "What's your job?" And I always get self-conscious. Well, like, oh yeah, well, okay, it's hard to explain. But now I just say like I'm a video game reporter. I report on video games, and they're always like, "Oh, what game are you seeing?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm going to see this. It's like there's a big map. It's called Europa Universalis 4. It's a historically accurate recreation of like Renaissance in Europe."
Yeah.
They're always like, I expect one time they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of it," but they're always just like, "Okay, like if you're making it up, more power to you, I guess."
Yeah, it seems to me like it's just a personality check. Like, they're going, okay, is this guy legit? Tell me about this fake game that I don't really believe you're still going to see.
It's called Gun Shooter, and you shoot guns at people.
I would believe that in a second.
Right.
They have one called Bulletstorm. That's pretty close.
That's true.
Guncraft.
I didn't play as much Bulletstorm as I would have liked, but I kind of feel like that game has been underrated. Oh wow,
Yes.
I got killed.
I completely agree.
I thought it had some funny tone and the gameplay was all right, but people like, I don't know. I don't want to say they didn't get it, but
Well,
maybe didn't
I'm
resonate.
really, really jaded, right? So at this point, any first-person shooter I see, like, it has to have something that makes me go, "Oh, okay, this has got something going on."
Yeah,
That one
yeah.
did to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't feel like I was just walking down endless hallways. I actually felt like there was something fun to do, which was basically kick people into everything possible.
Yeah, it had the point system was really neat too. It was almost like a Tony
Right.
Hawk's Pro Skater first-person shooter or something.
I really like shooting people and watching numbers come out. That makes me feel really good.
Exactly. Do you know is Josh online right now?
Let's check Josh. Where is Josh?
I don't have any Skype messages, so I'm assuming that he's not.
Well, he was traveling last I heard. So
Oh, really?
What if he ended up still being doing that?
Like he was traveling from work or like on
I
some...
think he was going back to PA for a bit, and I'm not sure when.
Oh, I think he's going back this weekend. Maybe he took a day off of work and he's just not going to be here today.
That's weird. You think he would? He was in the chat last night.
Do some investigation on his Twitter account.
Yeah, we can do this.
Well, you can. I'm busy getting my ass kicked by this guy.
Oh, yeah. By we, I meant me.
Woo.
I'm also trying to proofread an article at the same time.
This is multitasking. Nick double click Rock Lee smile.
I don't usually do that. I like to give the stream my full concentration.
It's understandable, you know. You got your fingers in many different pies.
I do like fingering pies.
Who doesn't, man?
6 hours ago, he was talking about 50 Shades reader generator.
Okay. That was probably an automatic upload.
couldn't upload anything to YouTube yesterday.
What a complainer.
No, he has not basically had much of any presence today online.
That's rare. Is he okay? Well, there's like... Isn't there a tropical storm making its way through to, like, the southeastern United States right now, too?
I'm not aware of one, but I'll check on it right now. I don't think so.
Hurricane J. Smith OTI, something like that.
Oh, well, he could be the hurricane.
Ruben Carter, Denzel Washington.
Yeah, last thing he tweeted that was actually, like, him tweeting something was him saying good morning at, like, 5 a.m. So.
That guy does get up early.
Yeah, it's way too early. I was still awake at that point.
Oh, man. Especially from a West Coast perspective, I oftentimes do go to bed, like right as Josh's, video is set to upload or something like that.
Actually, it does look like there's a bit of a storm, although I think it might be a little too southerly for me. But I think Josh might be in the midst of it.
Do you guys ever get hit by hurricanes in New York?
I actually had a bit of a tornado go through the street I live on, which is insane.
Whoa. Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Well, I live on a mountain, right? So there's a valley, of course, because, mountains and valleys. And the way that the positioning of all the land masses ended up, it kind of channeled this big gust of wind that turned into some sort of a, big disturbance and actually took down and mangled all the trees in our area, like, really bad.
Jeez.
After that happened, it was like basically like a disaster area. Only, thankfully, it only really hit the trees, although a few of the trees hit the houses. So it was one of those really surreal mornings when you get up and it's like nobody has any power. There's no sound happening anywhere except for chainsaws off in the distance. And there's just mangled power lines and like all the trees were at the entire road. Like road equals trees.
That is really shitty.
So, of course, you got to do a little bit of exploration, went up and down the road, and it was just, it was a mess.
Yeah.
But that was like 10 years ago, actually, now. It was a wild time.
Occasionally in Vancouver, we get, like, tiny earthquakes. And, like, never any snow, but when it snows, it's like snowpocalypse, because they don't really have the...
Gotcha.
I was going to say the technology to deal with it, but they probably, they just don't have the infrastructure necessary. Because it doesn't snow, I guess. Now, I'm not saying, like, oh, these guys don't know how to manage a city. It's more like, if it only snows once a year, why invest, like, $2 million in snowplows?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would think you'd get a bunch of earthquakes, but maybe you're north enough that it doesn't.
Yeah, like, I've never experienced a major earthquake in Vancouver, but there have been a couple that have happened since I've been here. Doesn't mean it'll never happen, I guess. I don't know how it sits on the fault lines, You assume because it's kind of, like, near the San Andreas Fault, I guess.
Right.
That's the one thing I was paranoid about when I was in San Francisco yesterday. Is like, I know the big one's got to happen in San Francisco eventually. Like, what are the odds it'll be today? But then I was
I'm sure you couldn't have been too happy about that whole crash thing the other day.
Yeah, that was cool. Like, when you, like, land, the runway we landed on was right next to the wreckage, which is, like, still...
Oh,
it's still on the next to the tarmac, because they have to do, like, their investigation, right? So I guess they can't, like, take everything out.
Right.
So yeah, you just land and then it's like wheels down and you're like, oh, there's like a horrific fuselage that's like a half burned out husk.
Oh.
And then of course, on the way out, like, I was eating breakfast in the airport, again, like stupidly early. And it's like CNN and Fox News, and CNN is just playing like footage of the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman trial. And Fox News, on the other hand, has like a reporter in San Francisco airport, like right outside of the security check, and just keeps showing like computer renderings of the plane crash. I'm like, guys, I'm in that airport right now.
Man,
I'm at the gate.
There's no tact. You gotta have some tact.
They should have at least changed the channel.
Yeah.
I understand that Fox News, ignoring whatever criticisms I might have for them, they have a responsibility to support or report what they might feel is the news or is relevant. But put on, like, some ESPN SportsCenter or something like that. I will say that I'm glad I don't live near Toronto anymore, because they have been getting some crazy weather. There was a huge earthquake there, like, 2 years ago. I say huge earthquake, but in Canadian standards, like, I'm pretty sure nobody actually died as a result of it. But also they had, like, a crazy flood a few days ago. All sorts of blizzards and whatnot. Anyway.
It's a goddamn weather apocalypse, man.
Exactly. Vancouver, though, just a little hot right now, which I can live with. Hurtful NL, hurtful. We just had some rain. Yeah, Stegosaurus, I know, man. Toronto's all sorts of effed up, man. Global warming. maybe. Who knows, man?
Yeah, that shit's not real.
Although when people are like, a particularly cold day in the winter. Hello, Barrel Man. You're like, yeah, global warming, right, scientists? I'm like, yeah, definitely. It's like when you see The Rock eat a piece of pizza, and you're like, yeah, pizza makes you fat. Look at The Rock. He's eating a piece of pizza right now, and he's jacked.
Oh, man. It is just so silly, because people really do say shit like that on a regular basis.
Yeah, what do these scientists know?
So weird.
I think, these scientists are entitled to their opinions, which are based on, painstaking research of data and analysis of, like,
yeah.
real
it's
field work.
Opinion,
yeah, but, I respectfully disagree with them.
All opinions are equal, after all.
Is that everyone's entitled to their own opinion? Didn't you ever hear that? Science? Same reason, like, I'm still pretty sure that germs don't cause disease or illness of any kind.
You gotta drain your humors.
Exactly. I always go into my Victorian-era doctor and I get a little, like, bile-letting done, and that's basically it.
I gotta say, though, they did have the right idea with those insane dudes with the hook nose things with the incense in them. That was some badass shit.
That is, man. You
should have doctors wear those.
You think kids are freaked out going to doctors now? Jesus.
Well,
can you imagine if it was like a big angry bird man? It looks like Xenoclash 2.
Yeah, it really did. Yeah, I guess it's just like a gas mask from hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, I suppose. I guess technically, yeah. All right, I guess I'm gonna take a second here and I'm gonna set my Steam friends list to busy. This is getting a little goddamn ridiculous here, so I'm just putting this overlay up for a second, and then I will sort this out. View all friends. I am busy. There you go. Hopefully that will solve the problem, but I don't necessarily trust Steam all the time to fix that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I always set notifications to off, but now it's gotten to the point where in some games they stay off, and oh, yeah, there you go. There's another one that just popped up right there. In some games they stay off, and then in other games they just completely come all the way through, so who knows, man? Who knows? Northern Lion, Josh just sent you a message on Dark Souls. That is not true. That was J Smith 0 Ti, not J Smith OTI.
Yeah.
That
you have a very close look at the titles.
Yes, exactly. That guy's untrustable as well. All right, so we'll probably do like one more.
You know what's weird? I'm really psyched to play more Spelunky.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know where that came from, but
we're having a little Skype lag right now, so I started talking when you weren't there, and then you were there.
Ah, okay, yes. I am also excited to play more Spelunky with if people didn't hear it, as a confirmed release date of August 8th, I believe.
Yes, August 8th.
Which is going to be awesome.
Just barely a month.
Indeed. Basically like one Steam sale plus a little bit away.
It's just weird to be excited to play a game that you've already played for like 100 hours that you can play right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I could be playing it right now. It's going to be so much better for streaming and recording purposes, though, to not have to use a console capture device.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to be good for the guys at Mossmouth, too, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure they're going to get way more sales on the PC versus Xbox Live Arcade.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, they released sales data around, like, January of this year. And I mean, not Mossmouth, but actually, like, Microsoft themselves. And Spelunky was something like the 13th or 14th best-selling Xbox Live Arcade game last year. I would have expected it to be much, much higher.
Yeah, well, probably Minecraft took the whole first...
Yeah, Minecraft is huge, and... what was... I'm trying to remember. There's other stuff that you're just like, oh, come on. Like, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD sold apparently pretty well. Gotham City Imposters, which is the dumbest shit because I haven't actually played the game, but it came out for like $15 concurrently on Xbox Live Arcade and on Steam. But then it didn't sell that well, I guess, on Steam, so they just made it free to play on Steam. But on the Xbox Live Arcade, it's still $15 because I guess that infrastructure doesn't exist there. So I guess people would just continue to buy it, despite the fact that it's readily available on another platform for, literally an infinitesimal fraction of the cost.
It's pretty silly. Did you see that thing about Planetary Annihilation being $90 to beta test it or alpha test it and it's totally broken?
That is a very weird situation. Ohm can give you some perspective on that, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure he can. I think he's the only one we know, right, that's been doing videos on it.
Right. The way it works, I guess, is that it was originally that was like the Kickstarter tier.
Kickstarter, yep.
Yeah. So it was $80 to get like beta access, or $60 for beta and $80 for alpha or something like that. So they basically came out with it on Steam Early Access. And they wanted to hold true to those Kickstarter tiers so that the Kickstarter backers didn't feel like resentful that other people could buy in at a cheaper level and get the same perk. But there was a PR backlash from the other perspective where people are like, "I'm not paying $80 to beta test your game for you."
Yeah, alpha test even. I heard it was quite broken.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's an alpha or beta, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's a caveat, I guess, of dealing with Kickstarter and then transitioning from that is that there is like a public perception issue, whether rightly or wrongly, and I'm not going to pass judgment on that. It could be either, really. I can understand being pissed off from either perspective. That being said, I don't necessarily think that the guys at Uber did anything wrong. I think it's just like there's so many people you have to communicate with at the same time and kind of like make them all happy that it's impossible.
Well, it seems like the furthest possible conclusion of the theory of will the prison architect idea work out that we should now charge extra to play a game early. Like, that's about as far. Like, can you imagine charging more than $90 to buy a game at all?
Right, yeah, and I mean...
I can't.
It's a very weird situation because I don't necessarily agree with the Kickstarter tiers that they had before. I thought they were, like, very, very high. But that is a norm on Kickstarter. Generally speaking, beta access is more expensive than just buying the game itself. I believe that A Hat in Time had a similar model. This guy's a dragon. I guess I'm doing an honorable duel here. And anyway, it's a complicated issue. I've exempted myself from covering it until it comes out, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me! Wow, this guy's straight up... He tricked me! He actually tricked the shit out of me.
Where did this guy come from?
I can't even be mad about that. Scumlords Unite. I've been enjoying the Steam group Scumlords Unite. It's unfortunate because I'm like watching the Twitch chat right now, and I'm like, this is why it's so hard to have this discussion, because there's a very slim minority that seems to talk about it reasonably, and everybody else is like, well, fuck you if you Kickstarter, and fuck them if I didn't Kickstarter, I still want to buy it. Like, there's so much vitriol here that I don't really understand it. I don't think there's like ill will. Like, the idea that Uber is like money grabbing with this move, I don't think is the right idea. But people get bent out of shape over it for sure. Anytime money's involved in
rare
anything.
To have a nuanced conversation about these sort of things, which is why I value it so much that we
Yeah, I agree. Fuck you for Kickstarter. You've invaded the world of Irish Dark Virus. And I have backed in my entire life like 4 projects on Kickstarter. And that's because, I could see myself being the kind of person... Oh, I'm sorry, man. I could see myself being the kind of person that is like, well, I don't like to invest in games. I just like to buy them when they're out.
Right.
And I could see myself.
But then there's always the problem that maybe they won't come out if we don't invest in them.
Well, then I would. There's always the chance as well that I could like invest in them, and then they don't come out anyway. Yeah. So, I would rather just largely remove the risk of a complete loss. By just buying the game when it comes out. I'm happy to do it. On occasion, I will pre-order games as well, but
Yeah, I just really can't get into when a developer sends me, they're like, okay, I have this rough concept and a wall of text.
Yeah.
So you should probably help me kickstart this game. Like, you don't have a game yet.
And from our perspective, we talked about this somewhat privately, but I've grown a little resentful from the position we're in from covering Kickstarters because the pressure is definitely... When a game comes out and people are like, okay, cover this, the expectation is that you're going to be objective as you possibly can be and reasonable, and you'll bring up valid criticisms and stuff like that. But with a Kickstarter, you have the same problems that you have with something in alpha or beta, where you have to say this is a work in progress. Maybe things aren't where they want to be right now, but that could change. But the pressure is overwhelming for you to be incredibly positive because the way it's always framed is like my livelihood hinges on this actually getting funded, and that hinges on you providing it with coverage that is positive. So oftentimes,
yeah, it's kind of a conflict of interest inherently, isn't it?
in some ways, I think it is a little bit. There's probably a way to handle it better than just wholesale ignoring Kickstarters, which is what I'm basically doing right now. Unless, like, I really like the product.
Yes, that's
Oh,
exactly
I'm sorry,
what I
my
do.
friend!
Only if there's something I can play, and only if I really am into it will I bother.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, see you later. I slipped off the edge.
So many bodies claimed by that one little ledge.
I think Suicide Prinny is right here in his comment in the chat where he says, as in, if we cover a Kickstarter and call it shit, we're responsible for its failure, which to a certain extent I think is true. Kickstarter definitely puts like PR in the hands of the developers, which I like, but by the same token, that is sometimes the narrative. It's like, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.youtube.com, you're my only hope.
But by the other token, if we end up giving it enough coverage that it succeeds, it doesn't still feel like we did anything in that way either, in a way.
Well, we didn't. We covered it, but other people gave money to it. So, I don't know.
Right.
It's a weird situation. And I'm trying to figure this out for Steam Early Access, too, because, you know, we have something like Interstellar Marines that came out on Steam Early Access last week, and it's really, really bad and feature barren. Like, seriously, it has all it really has is a multiplayer mode with one gun, no, like, grenades, no crouch, no jump. You can, like, take your helmet on and off, and it looks pretty-ish. Like, there's good environmental and lighting effects. No single player in the current build. It's been in development for 8 years. And it's $15. So, you know, I'm struggling with how to cover it, because I'm like, well, they're not going to like the coverage, and the coverage is maybe not going to be representative of the final product, but it's also available for purchase on Steam right now. So I feel like in some ways it's kind of a cop-out to go in and be like, keep in mind everything's subject to change, so maybe everything that's bad about this game will eventually be okay, but you also have to do that in being responsible. But I think it's fair to say that there are situations, at least for me, where, like, I say that, but the subtext I'm trying to communicate is that I don't think it's going to change. Like,
right. Yeah, and there's a chance that you say that, and yeah, literally nothing does change. So it almost feels like you're undermining your own commentary at times by doing coverage on this particular game.
Exactly. It's like, here's my opinion on this game, and my opinion doesn't matter because it's still in development.
Right. And then all you're really doing is just sort of putting the name out there, maybe, and some footage. That's weird. It's a weird position.
It is. I feel like a year ago, covering everything was much more simple. Now
I like the concept of, like, we have a finished product. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I know, right? I like that. I like this. Our game is done. Maybe we struggled in development for finances, but it came out, and now you have the possibility of purchasing it if you were interested.
Because even when a game's done, it's still never done because there's still going to be patches and updates and bug fixes.
Yeah,
and,
even that is it's a tricky
DLC.
situation sometimes. Anyway, I don't know. It's very strange. Black, it's one of the worst COD meets Counter-Strike games out there.
Black? You mean the
like,
what
PS2
was that?
game?
The original Xbox?
Oh, this guy's like decked out in chainmail. It looks like
What was it? Criterion? That Burnout?
this guy looks like John Cleese from Monty Python and the Holy Grail from behind. Oh, that's real bad. Oh, and he did a front flip off the edge. I love it. Dark Souls, man, some of the most majestic moments you can possibly have. I also love in the chat.
Slow-mo.
I also love in the chat, people are like, I love how the commentary is so different when Josh isn't here. We've seen that happening before. But, yeah, like, when Josh isn't here, Nick and I are like, well, let's tackle, like, interesting conceptual issues in the gaming world. I like both styles of commentary, but
Me too.
It's definitely jarring, I think, for other people, which is okay. It's all good. We provide a varied experience here on the Northern Line Live Super Show.
Josh is an excellent catalyst for that sort of behavior, and I definitely enjoy when that happens as well.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
it's all good.
He's a good guy. I hope he isn't dead in the tropical storm in Pittsburgh.
I'm pretty sure Josh can't die.
He might actually still be at work. I don't know. I guess
Right.
it is like 6:30 there, so he shouldn't be. Who knows, man? Who knows? I didn't even notice that Josh wasn't there. It said Zodanex. That is like, geez, don't anybody let him ever hear that.
Yeah, there's no way that that's even possible.
Invaded the world of Guinevere XOXO. A lot of these people have to be on New Game Plus, right? But it's very easy to tell. Ow! Guinevere, you dick! That was really good, actually.
I love your discussions, but I wish you'd delve deeper into these issues rather than having a little back and forth in total agreement. Well, that's fair, but
Yeah.
I don't really usually hold too many contradictory opinions.
Well, that's the...
If I do, I will.
Oftentimes, I guess that's the problem with trying to see the issue from both sides, is that you end up having kind of like a milquetoast opinion somewhere in the middle, which is where I usually fall on issues.
I mean, I have no problem playing devil's advocate. I could do that as well.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a very weird situation. I think I've backed Delver's Drop on Kickstarter, and I think I backed Pulse, and I backed A Hat in Time. I think those are the 3 projects that I backed on Kickstarter. And
Nick's response, well, I agree, yeah. It's pretty funny.
Did I show you, or did you see on Twitter, there's that Indiegogo link now, or campaign, I guess I should say. They're going to do like a non-publisher affiliated PAX Prime party. They're trying to raise like $11,000. And the ticket, like the pledge level that gets you a ticket is like $57. And I think they're going to have kind of a hard time getting there.
Right. Well, I mean, the test will be is if I can kickstart my trip to go to PAX Prime.
So
if I can pull that off, then they can pull theirs off.
Well, Indiegogo does allow you to do what they call fund your life projects, or fund my life projects.
I was totally joking. Apparently, that's a real... Okay.
Well, yeah, it's up to you. You know, that's something you'd have to think about. But especially if you're
$20,000.
if you're gonna run a oh no, that's not good. If you're gonna run a 30-day campaign, you gotta get on that pretty soon.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
But I have this great idea for a YouTube channel that focuses primarily on indie games and could really use your funding.
I have seen a couple Indiegogo campaigns like that. They're like, okay, I need like $3,500. I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but I need like a computer and blah blah blah. I need to buy a microphone and equipment, and then get like a setup for games. And I'm like, man,
if you could fund me like $15 for lunch and dinner today, that would be super sweet.
But then at the same time, I feel like people get so indignant over crowdfunding. Like, whenever you'll see, oh, run away, run away! Whenever you see, like, developers tweeting about kind of resenting holding, or their users holding them accountable for things like purchases, I can understand where they're coming from. Like, you get Kickstarter for $100,000, then, like, someone tweets a picture of you guys out at lunch at a restaurant or something.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
it's too much.
People are like, what, I didn't give you, is that my $30 that went to go buy that lunch and drinks for you today? It's like, geez, man.
We demand that since we gave you this money, you will work 24/7 until you literally die.
Yeah, exactly. Don't they realize this is my $30? I paid $30, and these scumbags are out here eating and buying groceries.
Drinking and
yeah, using the money to pay the electricity bill. I didn't designate this money for rent. This is money for one animation to be added into the game. And if you have to live on the street while that happens, that's okay.
I got a tweet saying that Josh mentioned on his stream yesterday he'd be hanging out with his brother today, so...
well, that makes sense. I mean...
Now we know.
His brother did just get engaged, so maybe there's something going on there.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I mean something positive.
From Flula, which is super awesome.
You what?
He just said, I got a tweet from Flula.
Nice!
Just said, boom!
Alright, I'm going to set up a screen region here, and we're going to spin the wheel again. But we will be doing... Well, what are we going to do for trivia today, man?
I could go see who's on Skype.
But then they might feel obligated to race with us as well. Whoa, okay. There is a place on the wheel for audience pick. I did not know that. Crystal Caves. All right, we will try to get to the Crystal Caves as fast as we can. What is the fastest route to get to the Crystal Caves? I guess you go into Duke's Ark. Oh, no, there is a Crystal Caves warp?
Is there really? They must have added that from the DLC or patch.
I think they did. It must be the bonfire, like, right after you kill Seath.
Yeah. Back in my day, we had, like, 4 warp zones ever.
Yeah, man. How awesome is the Undead Parish warp zone? Like, that one, it opens up so much... Like, it makes it so much easier to transit yourself across the world, because previously you'd have to go to, like, Firelink Shrine and then take the elevator up to Undead Parish and then all the way down to the blacksmith room. It was a nightmare. There's got to be a better way.
I would have been totally fine if they would have made it like a level 2 ascended bonfire warp, where if you reach a certain point in the plot, you find a new artifact, and then all of a sudden your warp has better range or something.
Yeah, if you beat Pinwheel on New Game Plus, then you get like the better bonfire.
Man.
By the right of kindling, you may now travel easily.
Imagine you could kindle your bonfire to like 100 Estus.
That would be
really useful.
That would actually be amazing, especially if then you could then use it for invading. Or use Estus for invading, I should say. These clams are a pain in the ass, man.
Yeah, they always hit way harder than you think.
Yeah, like I'm soul level 1, so I guess I kind of understand it, but still.
Yeah. Even at like 60, though, they can take you down in a few hits.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They munch on your head.
Now, if I just stand here, I should be able to invade easily without running into problems. So during this time, allow me to be a pure scumbag and pitch my channel a little bit. You may have noticed, and by the way, I really appreciate Twitch putting that big, like, bright purple fuck me button in the top right that says directly support Northern Lion, subscribe now. I sound like I'm joking, but I mean it sincerely. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed so far. If you're unfamiliar with the sub-mode perks or the sub-mode model in general, basically, for $4.99 a month, you can subscribe to my channel. The main benefit for this, from my perspective, is that it directly financially supports me, which is awesome, and is kind of like a new revenue model, I guess, for streaming beyond entirely ad-supported. That being said, there are also some value-added perks, like, for example, they play with Northern Lion Stream, which we will be doing again this weekend and every weekend, where paying Twitch subscribers will have the option to play some kind of ubiquitous multiplayer game with us. We did iSketch last weekend. I'm not sure what we'll do this weekend, but we'll check it out. And also, you can win free games, and I'll be announcing the particulars of that giveaway now that I am back. And now I'm in a weird situation because I have to click on the window, but I don't want to accidentally make myself jump off the edge. There we go. Yes, so a big thank you to the subscribers who have subscribed so far, and I hope you guys are enjoying your subscription. One thing I want to add, because I always feel like the underpinning of this discussion, or the undertone, is like, well, if I subscribe like $5 a month, that's $60 a year. I would encourage you to not think like that, and instead think like that maybe it's more like a one-time or two-time donation or something like that. So definitely do not feel the pressure to stay subscribed for an entire year. I understand $60 a year is cost prohibitive for a lot of people, and if I had to subscribe to, for example, Nick's channel for $60 a year, I don't know, man. That would be a tall ask. No offense, Nick.
No, none taken.
But if I had to subscribe to Josh's channel for that, I definitely would. Now you should take offense to it.
Now the little offense, no. All good.
Yes, obviously joking there, but yeah, even a 1 or 2 month commitment is fantastic, and it really does make a big difference. So thanks to everyone who subscribed so far, and everyone who is considering subscribing. And beyond that, a big thanks to my free viewers as well. The other part of this discussion, again, anytime money gets involved, people are always like, oh, greedy Northern Lion pimping his subscribership. I'm never going to remove value for free viewers. There will never be a sub-only chat, even on the sub-focused streams on the weekend. It's free to view and free to chat, and I will never take away features. I just want to add features for people who actually do, subscribe to the channel. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the procedure so far, and awesome. Let's just fall off the edge here and die in the crystal caves.
I really hope that at one point they add the ability to make a second cam for subscribers only, so you can just put the cat.
I would love to do that. Right now, my cat, he's not here anymore. For a while, after I got back yesterday, I put my carry-on bag on the ground, and he has basically just been like sitting on that, like, don't go away again. It's really cute.
That's adorable.
But also, I'm like, man, these clothes are gonna be real furry.
Yeah,
I have to wash them
Josh
anyway.
do your laundry.
Exactly. Josh is a good laundry dude. I assume anyway. He does it all the time.
Well, I mean, he could get a laundry cam, so then everybody evens out.
If Josh had a laundry cam, I believe that his subscriptions would be through the roof.
I believe it too.
All right, let's try invading another world here. I would sub for a year of cat cam. That would be like, you could watch him grow up. It would give you some warm, fuzzy feelings on the inside.
I was telling Keith you should just make a video a day of him.
Of him doing laundry?
Like of the cat doing laundry, or just of him, being himself.
Oh, of the cats. I see.
Yeah, just do like a little daily vlog of what the cat's doing for a minute.
Well, Kate posts a number of cat videos at youtube.com/ProBoxStudios.
But the thing is, she's underestimating the amount of cat video consumption that the internet is available for.
I agree, also. I'm always like, you should record this, and she's like, maybe. I don't think people would watch it. I'll be like, this cat is cute. People will watch this.
He is really cute.
I really did like the video of when the cat trapped itself in the trash can, and then
he just ran into the thing.
Yeah, it ran into the door. It's like retarded R2-D2 or something. Who knows? Oh, finally invading another world. Put a camera inside the washing machine, and you could watch it go round and round. I feel like if Josh did like a daily laundry cast or something like that. Like
That would be a really good idea, yeah.
Yeah, he could brand it like the J. Smith's Laundry Cast. Could be fun.
All I hear is, I imagine in my head just like a really loud rumbling dryer or something, or the laundry going around in circles, and him just struggling to speak over the sound of it, but still people want to hear it.
Yeah. That would be, I would love that. He's just shouting and like it's unintelligible. Yeah. I think that would be great.
The novelty would never wear out.
I would be totally cool with that. If J. Smith did Laundry Steam, he would have 5,000 plus viewers. I believe it. I believe that he can make it happen, especially if there was like a laundry-themed game.
Oh, Laundry Sim 2013.
Yes, exactly. If not, he should just kickstart it.
I really find it entertaining that people have been tweeting at me, you got to check out this this Roomba simulator. Like, I got you covered.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch this guy if I go so slowly over this area. This is one way to do this without prism stones.
Straight across, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm paranoid, man. The shit is like buttered Teflon.
Just watch the snowflakes.
You're a snowflake. Is that an accidental racial slur?
Your content is a unique snowflake.
Wasn't that in one of the YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I was making reference to it was either in the official playbook or it was in a promotional video that they did for the one channel layout.
Yeah.
I think it was the latter, where they actually referred to everyone's content as a unique snowflake as they removed the ability to customize your content. I'm not bitter anymore. I'm over it. It's all good.
This is the one that always gets me. There's like a weird bank. I see you, motherfucker. If you want to fight on this invisible walkway, we can do this. Oh, there's my cat. He heard us talking about him. Yeah, walk right under. Why don't you step on some hotkeys and cancel the stream or something? There you go. I appreciate the very good chat right now.
They're psyched. You should go find there's like a slab or something in the other direction, and it takes you a really long time to map.
Oh my god, what the hell was that? You threw like a butane lighter at me or something. Threw a butane lighter.
Oh, there it is.
Don't carry me too far away.
I'm not familiar with it having that little blue trail behind it.
Yeah, that's new, I think.
New
Wow.
DLC pack. Okay.
I am the baddest of them all. You know, only one thing I have to say about that. Oh, it didn't let me do the very good carving. And
somebody should make a simulation of this where you can play as the two different snakes, Katha and the other one, and just battle each other to the death with silly wobbly physics.
That would be amazing. One of them could like eat the other one and then...
I was thinking more like a giraffe fight where they just smash their heads into each other to try and break each other's necks.
Is there like a giraffefight.com or something?
I hope so.
I hope so.
If there's not, you guys have the idea right now. Go buy that domain. So
in the absence of trivia this time, I think maybe I'll do what I often do and just give away the copies via the Twitch dashboard plugin.
Oh, that works.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I didn't realize that Josh wouldn't be here or would have arranged for a third party. But I would rather just go with that than... Oh, shouldn't do that. I can't resist like breaking these cursed dudes up. Basically, just as a teabagging, basically, in Dark Souls terminology. It sucks for the YouTube viewers, I guess, because... I mean, maybe I'll put the trivia up... Okay, here's how we'll do it. We'll do trivia in the normal way, but it'll just you playing against yourself.
That's what I was about to propose, actually.
Yeah, if you can get more than 2 of them right, so if you get 3 at least, then you've beaten yourself. Or
How many questions are there?
Don't even. There's 5 questions. You can probably guess the category as well.
Hotlines or Miami?
Mm-hmm. Which one, motherfucker?
Hotlines?
Nope. I thought about that. That was my initial reaction, my instinct, if you will. But then I was like, dude, I'm not going to be able to find...
You could ask me the Last of Us question about how they removed the sex lines from that bulletin board.
What?
Oh, you didn't hear about that controversy? They apparently had some sort of like an actual working like sex line on one of the bulletin boards that you could see in the game.
Wow. That's
I think that's the
surprising.
story. Maybe I'm getting that a little weird, but it was something like that, and they removed it with a patch.
That is very strange. In fact, why don't we just move on to trivia right now?
Okay.
Because we are
sure.
at 3:54. If we want to get 2 hours for the Megaman X stream.
Do you remember the order that you fight the bosses in?
I can tell you the order. I think that's
All
the
right,
only fair
sweet.
thing. Because I always want these to be about execution, not about like game knowledge necessarily.
Yeah.
That's why I would never want to do, like we talked about, like something like Braid, because it's just like, oh, I remember this puzzle, you're
Yep.
fucked. Okay, so we're gonna do some trivia. As always, I don't have like any splash to support this time because it's just gonna be a one-player thing. But twitter.com/NorthernLionLP, I'm gonna be asking 5 questions. The first person to answer each question correctly individually on Twitter, again, twitter.com/NorthernLionLP, will be receiving a copy of Hotline Miami. And for those of you who won Killing Floor earlier this week, I am going to be contacting you on Twitter to get your email address to send you that copy any second now. Well, after the stream. In any case, why don't we get started here, Nick? Are you prepared?
I am as prepared as I'm going to be.
All right. So again, all of the questions are about Miami this time. Question 1. Dan Marino played for this Miami-based NFL team for his entire career.
The Dolphins?
That is correct. Miami Dolphins. I believe he played. I didn't do any research into that question. I just pulled that one out of my ass.
I think I knew that because of like Ace Ventura or something.
Yeah, he was an Ace Ventura. So here's Johnny won that one, but he also won Killing Floor earlier this week. I remember that specifically, so I'm going to have to go with the Proud Brit instead, who was the second person to answer that one on Twitter. Question 2. Nick is up on himself, 1-0.
All right, let's try it.
All right, let me get XSplit back up here. Question 2. Big Willie Style, Will Smith's magnum opus, featured hit singles Miami, Gettin' Jiggy With It, and this song he produced for a surprise hit sci-fi film.
Oh, well, it's the Men in Black theme, but I don't know if it has a name. I know many of the lyrics in it.
Well, then you should be able to figure out the title. That's all I can say.
Is it just like MIB?
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Oh, what was it actually?
It's Men in Black.
Oh, well, it's a Men in Black theme, so...
Yeah, I would have accepted the Men in Black theme as well. Riled Raylo. Going to be receiving that one. Riled Raylo. And Nick, you only need to answer one more question
Woo!
to win.
Can't wait.
All right, question 3 for Nick. Denny's serves a ham and scrambled egg sandwich under this name. Serves a ham and scrambled egg sandwich under this name.
I don't think I've ever ordered that. I've only actually been to Denny's maybe twice, and I generally like what I find there, but I've never ordered that particular thing, that configuration of breakfast meats.
Well, that puts you at a disadvantage for answering this, no question.
Miami sandwich, I don't know.
It is actually Moons Over My Hammy.
Okay. Yeah, I never would have gotten that in a million years.
Great menu creators.
For sure.
Okay, so first off, Ben Kane, developer of DLC Quest, was like, Moons Over My Hammy, and then in another tweet like 10 seconds later, he's like, also genius question. I appreciate that. But Ben Kane was not first. Here's the real question. Private Brew said Moon Over Miami, and in a way, I kind of feel like that is against the spirit of the question. The hammy part was
the big part.
Yeah, but then the next person said Moon Over My Hammy, but it's like Mihami.
Oh.
And then the next
So you're
person,
thinking if you stretch it that far, you might as well take the original one.
exactly. But then the next person said Moon Over My Hammy, and it's moons. And then the next person said Moons Over My Hammy, which was the first technically correct one.
So, I mean, if you're going to have an issue with squabbling over, like, which one's the closest, then just go with the absolute correct one, then.
That is what I am thinking on this one. So I understand that this is going to leave some people perhaps a little bit angry about this. But if I'm gonna, it's a slippery slope. If I start discounting people for saying Moons Over Miami, then I've got to mix it up. But people are right. I did just give it to you for saying MIB, but whatever. So, Coverton, Chris Overton. I guess it's Coverton, maybe. Congratulations. On a technicality, you're going to be receiving a copy of Hotline Miami. I totally forgot there. It was like Hotline Miami. You better sleep with one eye closed, Northern Lion. That is a menacing threat.
Oh, man.
All right. Question 4 for Nick. Still got to get one right to win.
All right, 2 shots.
Crockett and Tubbs were the 2 main characters of this 80s police drama set in Florida's largest city.
It's probably Miami Vice, right?
It is indeed Miami Vice. Congratulations,
Right,
Nick.
I won!
You beat yourself.
Oh.
Well, no,
yeah.
I guess you beat the questions.
Nick can still lose, they say. I probably can.
Chat's got a bit of a delay, so. Some Miami Vice answers here. This is the fucking Hammerschnitz was first, but now I have to go, like, look and see if he won Killing Floor Codes. And, of course, I've moved, like, the page that I was on. So give me a second here. You can all thank Hammerschnitz for this. Thanks a lot, Hammerschnitz. Killing Floor was not won by Hammerschnitz. Congratulations.
Woo.
You'll be receiving a code for Hotline Miami, or a copy of Hotline Miami, in actuality. And the final question.
Yeah.
For Nick, of course. Let me get XSplit up. Is Miami is actually the 2nd largest city in the U.S. with a Spanish-speaking majority, trailing only this West Texas city.
West Texas. I only know a few cities in Texas off the top of my head. I'm going to just throw out Houston.
It is not Houston.
Okay.
Admirable guess. If you had to take a second guess, where would you go on that
Well,
one?
the next one that comes to mind is Austin, but I'm pretty sure it's not that.
It is indeed not Austin.
Dallas?
No.
I think it's all the major cities in Texas, but not the right one. What is it? San
You're-
Antonio?
No.
Oh my god.
Are you out of guesses?
Yeah.
It is actually El Paso.
Oh, okay. I think I was like 3 more cities from that one.
So Smooze Me. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. This is a weird. Archie got it first, but he won on Monday. So Smooze Me is next. This is a tough question. It's one of the toughest questions I think we've ever had.
I don't know. That one about what order the planet's in. That one got me.
I think 50% of like 4th grade students would have answered that question correctly.
Yeah.
But Nick wins. The proud Brit, Wild Raylo, Coverton, Hammerschnizd, and Smooze Me all will be receiving copies of Hotline Miami, and I will be DMing you to get your email addresses for that probably after the stream is over, because this is the last stream of the week. So, as always, stick around, guys. I am going to run an advertisement, and then when we come back, we will be doing our Megaman X race with me versus Nick, and we'll see who wins again. Since Josh isn't here, apparently both of us have a chance. So, we will be back in just about 2 minutes here to give us some setup time. So, stick around, and we'll see you in a bit. And also, you know, most of you can probably still hear us.
Yeah.
So, how's it going?
They're just going to hear me typing for a second here.
That's okay, yeah. So we're going to be I haven't even run the ad yet. That's the thing. I had to specifically navigate to Twitch and then run the ad. So that's going to like increase our setup time here. There we go. Now the commercial should be running. All is right in the world. So we got an ad for so even if you have ad block, this is my discouragement to get it because I'm just going to read the ad for you. This is hotels.com. Some 30% off. The family looks really happy. When they booked with their last hotel, the dude got mauled by a bear. So hotels.com, there you go.
Don't get mauled by a bear.
This is,
Book with them.
I believe this is Heidi Klum. This is a commercial for clear scalp and hair beauty therapy. So clearly, this one is directed at the proper audience, especially given myself here.
I only really know her from Project Runway. She was one of the judges, I think, or the hostess.
She was. She's
Something
married
like that.
to Seal as well. Or she was married to
Oh.
Seal. Kiss from a Rose, not like an actual like.
Yeah.
Arr.
Aroo.
That was the best Seal impression that I could do.
Hey, it sounded like you were literally balancing a ball on top of your nose, so you did great.
All right, let me get my legal copy of Mega Man X set to the right volume here. This should be good. And you let me know when you were ready to go.
Yeah, I'm just doing the whole social media element at this point.
All right. I'm just the volume seems good, but that could change. It seems pretty loud. This is an ad for Mio Sport. Do you guys have Mio Sport ads in the U.S.?
No, I'm not aware of what that is.
Mio Sport is a
Oh no, the drink. Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, you like squeeze it into your water.
Customizable liquid.
How is the how's the volume on this, guys? If you are still seeing this, or if you are still listening to us as we speak right now. I'm also gonna I'm gonna change our name to Megaman X. It's a little loud. Okay, I understand that. We're gonna update. What do you think the odds are that we managed to sneak Mega Man X into the top 10 played games on Twitch?
Very good.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Very good.
Very good. Alright, I'm going to tweet this as well. We should probably be back from ads now. If we're back from ads, just let me know. Whoever's out there. Streaming Mega Man X Race versus Broccoli Smile.
The multitasking when we do this part is like off the charts for me. I have so many things. Do you get overwhelmed by that sometimes when you got like too many pop-outs? And
yeah, I was just gonna say, like, there's so many tabs that I don't know how to deal with it sometimes. All right, the volume is good. That's what I like to hear. Gonna come back this way, and that's not.
I should be live on mine. So same question to you guys. If anyone's watching my stream over on twitch.com or twitch.tv/RockleySmile.
And I'm sure that somebody will come up with a multi-Twitch link that
yes,
you can use to watch this as well. So the thing about Mega Man X, let me make sure that I actually updated the game name appropriately. I believe I did. But the thing about Mega Man X is that if you haven't played it in a while, as soon as we start, it's gonna like go. Because there is a prologue level.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Got to jump over cars and stuff. Oh, and it just keeps taking me away to look at the RAM.
So we can do like a 3, 2, 1 here if you are at the game start screen.
I am now ready to go, yep.
All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. And you hit the start button, and then he fires that green thing across the bow. Shots fired.
Game audio's low. Now they tell me. All right, I'll turn it up just a little bit.
All right.
There we go.
What I will say is that, you know, my boss order for going through Mega Man X, I do not believe is the standard boss order.
Uh-oh.
So what you might want to do is go with the boss order that the chat is going. Oh, I got the overlay up! I'm an idiot. There we go. That'll compensate for the fact that you had to do some technical adjustments as well.
Actually, would you mind just stopping for 1 sec so I can fix my controls? Because I actually have my blaster set to Y for some reason. I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah, that's real strange. I will take a second.
Just run over to configuration.
Northern Line overlay, you cunts. Wow.
That's mean. Is there like an options menu for this game? Is there?
On your legal Super Nintendo console, you can you can hit the escape button on the controller and then configure your controller directly through the console itself.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm probably about to do.
I'm actually putting myself at a disadvantage here because I keep killing these dudes and they keep like breaking the ground. So now there are platforms here that previously were not. You tell me, man.
EXY. Alright, I think I changed one thing. Let's see if this fixed it.
You can charge a shot in this also, by the way.
Yeah, no, that didn't really fix it. Alright, I'm just gonna roll with Y and B then.
Alright, let's do this. That is very strange. Are you using an Xbox 360 branded Super Nintendo controller?
Yeah, as always.
Yeah, same here. It's my favorite one that Nintendo released back in the day.
It's a good controller. It's held its own over the years.
Nick, did you know that Pikmin 3 comes out this Sunday?
I had not a single idea
that
that was happening.
No idea. That was always the game that, you know, when I talked about the Wii U, it was always like, well, Pikmin 3's coming out, but it's forever away.
It's like a pipe dream.
Yeah, exactly. It's not, actually. I saw that it was coming out this Sunday, or maybe next Sunday. I was like, whoa, that's surprising. Apparently, also, Mega Man X is now in the top 10 games played on Twitch.
That was fast.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. That was actually really awesome. So I like these racing elements, because, like, I find it more fun. This is not to say that we're never going to do, like, iSketch, Board Game Online, etc., ever again.
Right.
But I like this kind of competitive aspect a lot more. It keeps me more engaged as opposed to, like, getting sometimes a little bit bored with how things go at the end of the stream. And adds in a competitive element, and people seem to like it more as well. Oh, barely made that one. So yes, my boss order, like I said, a little different from the standard one. I think most people do Chill Penguin first, followed by Spark Mandrill, which, because that's the weakness of Spark Mandrill is Chill Penguin weapon. So in traditional binding or the traditional Mega Man fashion, my muscle memory.
Yeah, right.
In traditional Mega Man fashion, you want to take the weakness of one boss and then do that after you get the thing that gives you the thing to exploit that weakness. But I usually do Chill Penguin and then Storm Eagle.
Okay.
Who is not weak to Chill, but by the same token is very easily defeatable with the Mega Buster.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I remember him being probably one of the easiest bosses out of the group.
He is. I would not disagree with that.
I'm very excited to fight the Chameleon dude. He's one of my favorite bosses.
Oh, really? Sting Chameleon's an asshole, man.
He's an asshole, but I really like his laser.
That's true, and he's got the greatest secondary effect for it as well. That makes you invincible for a while.
Right.
I always forget what triggers the fight against this guy on the first level. Oh, never mind. That triggers it.
Yeah, I think going far enough.
Yeah. I actually did a Let's Play of Megaman X when I first moved to Korea, but it's been a while. I was originally considering doing Mega Man 2 here today, but I decided against it.
I think this is the better choice, honestly. I think I have a better chance here.
The levels in Mega Man 2 and the bosses in Mega Man 2 I think are easier because you just take Metal Blade and just instantly destroy everything.
Right.
But the Wily stages in Mega Man 2 are real difficult. Please shoot me with the prison thing, thank you. Yeah, the levels, or the Wily levels in Mega Man 2 are real hard, so I don't think we'd have any chance to beat it. We might not even have a chance to beat Mega Man X, but I think we can at least beat all the Robot Masters.
Is this first boss thing a scripted encounter? I don't remember. Are you supposed to lose? Oh, you are.
Yes, it is.
Alright, then I will not bother fighting him. Let's just get to...
It's probably almost a little bit faster to just let yourself run into him, basically.
Yeah. That's what I did.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I have very vivid memories of swearing to God that I beat this guy in one of the boss fights. I was telling my friends at school. That's the only. I don't have a memory of beating the boss, but I remember telling my friends that I beat the boss on the first level, and they were amazed. And now I'm like, man, I was full of shit. You definitely just can't do that.
Remember when Zero came out the first time? This is the most badass thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and then you eventually well, maybe we shouldn't spoil it, but we eventually get those powers, and that's a great moment of you being I finally realized my true potential.
Oh, and the fact that you could play as him in another game, holy shit.
Yeah.
Laser Sword, man.
This was the only Mega Man game that I played for the first 12 years of my life. I rented Mega Man X2 after because I like this one so much. Deservedly so. This is a really great game. Oh, and that's not true, actually. I also had Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge on the Game Boy. I'm a fan of the Mega Man franchise, but there's definitely a diehard fandom as well.
Now, Wily's Revenge, that was a remix, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
right? It had variety of bosses.
It was 4 bosses. I think it was 80% a remake of Mega Man 1, but easier. Actually, that's not true because there's no Yellow Devil boss fight. It's just the 4 bosses. And then the Wily stages. I can't really remember.
I might be thinking of a Game Gear version or something. I thought there was one that had 8 or 20 or 12 bosses or some weird number. Because it's always traditionally been 8.
Yeah. Except in Mega Man 1, it is 4.
Right. Isn't it 6? Fireman, Gutsman, Electman, Bombman.
Gutsman's in Mega Man 2, I think.
No, Gutsman's 1.
You sure?
Positive.
Oh man, it's been a long time then. Oh, my bad. I thought it was just Elect, Fire, Ice, and Cut.
No, but it's 6.
Okay, my bad then. But yes, now it is presumably 8 for the most part. Well, not presumably. It's definitely.
Yeah, pretty
definitely. The precedent is what I meant. All right.
Now, are you going to go after heart containers and such, or
Probably
are you just going to run?
The reason I like doing the Chill Penguin stage first is you get this boost. But otherwise...
Oh, yeah, good call.
Yeah, otherwise I don't really care about the actual upgrades. Especially, the one that gives you the ability on Flame Mammoth stage to get the, extra weapon abilities early. That is really useful, but by the same token, it's also, a total pain in the dick to get. and it takes forever, even though I've done it like for 10 years. But in any case, like the
I
one
was
on
so psyched that they added the collectibles to Mega Man. I thought that was exactly what this game needed.
Megaman X is a really, really good game.
It's sort of like the Super Metroid of Mega Man games.
It is.
In a way.
I love the classic Mega Man games, and you know, I have basically no nostalgia for classic Mega Man. I didn't play it as a kid. I played it as an adult.
Right.
And I think those games are totally awesome, as most people do. At least the first few of them, anyway. I always forget how to jump out of the suit. Yeah, Mega Man X, I have a very soft spot for it. I think it kind of, you know, reinvented the wheel a little bit, and in a very positive way. Obviously, a lot of this has been said by people that are perhaps a little bit more articulate than I am at the present moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how to deal with the suit. Oh, well, okay. Well,
Okay, so you're not...
there goes that.
You're not very far behind me, then. I have just entered the Chill Penguin boss fight. People are complaining about how I'm not reading the chat. I am indeed reading the chat, and if you talk shit about pineapple pizza again, I will be so pissed. I don't understand, man. People are very passionate about their pizza. I'm real easygoing about my pizza.
I can't come up with any reason not to like pineapple pizza, so I don't know where we even get this discussion every time.
That's a nice little sweetness to it. You know, I also enjoy the pea-meal bacon or the ham that plays a role in it as well. I guess that's a regional thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure the bacon's required. Sometimes it's just ham and pineapple, but I like it personally.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Hawaiian pizza. And the chains. Oh no! It's the first time I've ever made that mistake in a long time, at least. I got caught.
I'm gonna assume you probably got through Chill Penguin first try.
I'm still on the fight, and it's not necessarily automatic yet. It's a little closer than it needs to be. But I should.
Like somebody in my chat said, I just don't like the texture of cooked fruits.
That's fair enough, I guess.
That's fair. It is fair.
Pineapples. I was gonna say pineapple's like a niche fruit as well, which is a sentence that doesn't make any damn sense. But it's a fruit that, you know, is not everybody's favorite.
I understand the sentiment, but yeah. I wouldn't consider it niche.
If Pineapple was a video game, it would be like a grand strategy title or something like that. Alright, I did indeed beat Chill Penguin.
Yeah, so far it's going pretty well for me. Can't guarantee it's going to continue to do that.
Okay. So I'm probably going to go for Storm Eagle stage next.
Okay.
But if you ever want to ask about the boss order, if you are feeling, you know, concerned about what the ideal order is, feel free to look at the chat, or I will tell you in good faith.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what I consider. The one thing I will say is I hate about pineapple pizza is when people just order it out of nowhere for like a group, and I feel like that's a little insensitive. Like normally, you know, you're making a pizza run for a group, you usually get like one like supreme, and then if you're getting like two pizzas, then there'll be like a cheese in there just in case someone's a vegetarian. Yeah. And then maybe like a pepperoni as well, or something along
I mean,
those
you don't
lines.
want to become a pizza evangelist. You're not trying to like push this ideology onto people. I understand that's not right.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely don't want to be the guy who's like, hey, I got like the meat lovers pizza. I got 6 meat lovers, and then someone's like, well, I'm a vegetarian. And you're like, oh, sorry.
Fuck you then.
Yeah, basically. You want to get, you know, the pizza's an inclusive food, man. You got to get everybody involved in it.
Have you ever had like a honey barbecue chicken pizza?
I have indeed, yes.
That's a good day.
I like that as well, yeah. You know, I can get weird with my pizza sometimes. I like your standard...
What's the weirdest that you've gone?
Well, there's a lot of weird, like, Korean pizzas that use, like, like, sweet potatoes kind of, like, whipped up as a sauce base.
That sounds kind of good, actually.
It's pretty... It's interesting. It's definitely different. You know, they put potato on pizza a lot, and sweet potato as well, and a lot of corn. Corn on pizza is very common there. But apart from that, you know, that's probably the weirdest I had. Besides, you know, the DQ Treatza pizza, of course.
What is that?
That's the dessert pizzas.
Oh, that sounds okay.
That is like a cookie base.
I mean, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, you are correct. It exists in a different category of food, I would say. I don't know, that people have like very particular Oh, I shouldn't be here. People have very particular tastes about their pizza, but I'm really easy. I know particularly Pizza Hut is like the KFC of pizza fast food, where people are like, oh, you like Pizza Hut? Like, what is wrong with you? I like Pizza Hut, man.
I don't really have a problem with it either. I mean, it's a different taste than some pizzas, but it does it okay.
It's greasy. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's pretty greasy. The box is always pretty soaked every time.
Yeah, but I like it.
Yeah.
And, you know, you gotta pay respects to the inventors of the stuffed crust, which is, you know, probably the most significant thing that's happened to pizza since, you know, the invention of dipping sauces.
Well, I feel like they've gotten a little carried away, though, with the stuffed crust lately. They're trying to put everything infused with cheese. Just, you know, sometimes you want that. Not always.
Yeah, people are asking now, like, what about Papa John's? And I'm like, you know, Papa John's is, I've had it. I think it's okay. It was really expensive when I ordered it, I will say that. But it was kind of like a specialty order. It was like, you know, half some pizza with chicken on it, which is automatically like the AAA tier of pizza prices. And then like half some like specialty like Texan pizza or something like that. It was not like I just got a pepperoni or something like that.
Right.
Plus it was delivered. So maybe that's not a fair criticism.
I'm surprised we had so much to say about pizza. I did not think of that.
People are passionate about pizza, man.
I hear from Doug, actually, that...
Doug Funny?
Yeah, Doug Funny,
Yeah.
that you might want to try banana and pizza.
Really? Is that his
Apparently
thing?
dipping bananas into pizza sauce is a real good idea.
Ah, that's interesting.
And he has good taste, man. He wears that green sweater vest every day.
Yeah,
I trust
it's
him.
good. It goes to our male fashion advice. Guaranteed. I don't know. My favorite pizza is actually, well, my favorite chain pizza at least is this chain in Vancouver. Well, it's in all of like Western Canada, I think, called Panago. They make a really nice pizza. It's a good, crispy, thin crust.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say about that. There's some good, like authentic Italian pizza here too, as well.
How do you feel about like the Sicilian approach?
What is the Sicilian approach?
That's where the whole thing's like a big square.
Oh yeah, I'm okay with that. I you know, for personal reasons, I guess I prefer the triangular slice approach.
Personal reasons.
Yeah, dude, I have real problems with triangles. No, but you know, it seems more traditional to me, which is why I guess I go for that. And the square one, I feel like, you know, it's like having a concept about money. You go to buy something and you're like, oh, this is $50. That's way more expensive than what I would normally pay for this, and you don't buy it. It's like that with pizza math, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have like 4 slices of pizza, and I consider that to be reasonable. But then the square slices, they throw off the whole economy off, right?
Did you say pizza math?
Pizza, yeah, you know, pizza math.
I like that.
That's Flame Mammoth. I guess I'll go Spark Mandrill next. I wasn't saying $50 for pizza. It was a very clumsily made metaphor or analogy that I used there. You know, I watched, because I'm apparently pure scum that only watches, like, pop journalism, there was a news report I watched, and I use news loosely, on the top 5 cities for pizza in the United States. And it went like, there were some of the usual suspects that you would, you know, suspect to be up there: Chicago, New York, etc., etc. But then there was also like Providence, Rhode Island, which I did not anticipate. I forget what else was up there. Boston was up there. The whole thing that stemmed over like a debate. Well, not debate is a strong word, but a discussion Kate and I were having, because there's a chain restaurant in Canada called Boston Pizza, and I was always under the impression that Boston is not known at all for its pizza, and that name is just to like give it a sense of legitimacy among Canadians who don't know any better. Apparently not the case, though. I guess anecdotally, based on this single news report that I watched. Anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm aware of any particular pizza presence going on in Boston, but I'm not really an expert either.
Yeah. Who knows? Boston Pizza, the chat right now is like, Boston Pizza is actually garbage.
Oh, okay.
I've been to, I don't know if they're talking about the restaurant Boston Pizza or the concept of pizza from Boston. I've been to Boston Pizza a few times. It's expensive, and I don't think the pizza's that good. I hate, I don't know where you are right now, by the way.
I'm fighting Storm Eagle right now.
Okay, so you went with the same boss order then.
Yeah.
Or you're way ahead of me.
I don't need to use this guy.
I'm like halfway through the Spark Mandrill stage. Which comes after. And I really hate, you remember that like bubble boss?
Oh, the mini boss? Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that dude. I believe that the tornado kills him like really easily. But I have this like Megaman too good to use syndrome, where basically like I only use the Mega Buster unless I'm on a boss.
Yeah, you don't want to end up, you know, high and dry when you need it.
Yeah, exactly. Losing all your ammo, for example. Oh, and I hate these dudes. They're doing sweet, like, dubstep dances, though. Spark Mandrill's level might actually be my least favorite in the whole game.
I don't know if I have a least favorite. They all have different little challenges I always forget about.
I also do not like Crash Octopus. I can't remember if it's Crash Octopus or if there's some other kind of adjective associated with it.
Is he the one with the submarine, or is that Megaman X2?
That is, I mean, there's... I don't think you get in a submarine on the level, but there is, like, you fight a cruise ship, like, above water or something.
I think the whole level, though, was just a ship.
Oh, okay, that's something different. There's a heart container up there that I'm not even going to worry about, but, Spark Mandrill's level is also, like, the first one where you get introduced to those, like, big turtle-looking robots that shoot the bombs out of their top with the parachutes on them.
Shot the bombs!
And the bombs won, usually, anyway. Usually I just end up taking, like, half these shots on the chin, and then dying to the boss, and then, you know, using my second life to have a good time. I also hate Boomer Coanger's level.
I don't even know what a Coanger is.
I think it's, like, an Australian... kind of marsupial or something like that?
I have never Coangered a day in my life.
This guy doesn't know what a Coangering is. Alright, this has got to focus here. Spark Mandrill's level, I think, is basically designed to be difficult to compensate for the fact that if you have Chill Penguin Weapon, then Spark Mandrill the boss is the easiest thing in the world. Apparently, by the way, a Coanger is actually some kind of beetle.
Oh.
I'm
Well,
not
that explains it then.
I'm not sure if it is Australian or if I'm a bad person who's maybe a little racist, but whenever there's anything that looks truly horrifying, I just assume that it is really, Australian. Someone said both of us are featured channels. Now, are we featured in the sidebar, at like the middle, or at the bottom? That's the real question.
People in my chat are saying croutons are disgusting.
Okay, that's just patently false.
Where did they come up with that crazy stuff?
When I was a kid, croutons were like the only way you could get me to eat a salad.
Did you know in Russia, croutons are basically a primary snack? People buy bags of flavored croutons and just eat them.
That's real weird.
It's not actually as weird as you'd think. I've had a lot of bags of varieties, and they have really weird flavors, though, like jellied meat flavor.
That is very
Which I'm not
strange.
into. It was not a good flavor.
I like croutons, especially it gives you a nice little... Because the whole thing about a salad for me is like... textural variety. So I appreciate that, they add a little crunchiness into a salad that previously just has, like, crunchiness via lettuce or something like that. I guess I'll do Roll Armadillo next.
Man, you're a whole world ahead of me.
I've been playing pretty well, I will admit. This one might be a little bit stacked in my favor.
Oh, this music's so badass, though.
What level are you on now?
The Mandrill Spark guy.
I really like Storm Eagle's music, actually.
Well, I've been listening to a lot of Smooth McGroove in the last couple of weeks, so he's been covering this one.
Who hasn't? That guy's been he's been blowing up. Maybe we'll have him race Parappa the Rapper with us.
We should get him on the show. Seems like a chill guy.
He does seem like a chill guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he was not down unless he was super busy.
Right.
I mean, you can say that for basically everybody, though.
Right.
It's rare to have a situation where someone's just like, nah, like, fuck you.
I'm not busy and I'm not interested.
Like, I have no respect for the work that you do. Yeah, that has never happened. I do that to other people. That's not true. I'll just lie to them and tell them I'm busy. When actually, just playing Dota.
I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, though, you could be busy at all times.
That's true, yeah. That's the thing is with a job like this, you're always busy. You just choose the times when you're, like, busy with yourself as opposed to with what is technically, I guess, work, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, you gotta make your own hours, and sometimes, you find that you're often too malleable with them, and you need to actually come up with more structure.
That's very true. There are times when we're, like, on Skype and we're like, does anyone want to stream? And people are just like, no. Like, I'll play a game with you, but I, like, just don't want to stream right now.
Well, it's become this world of, like, endless streaming.
It has. We live in a ubiquitously streaming land, I have to admit.
I feel like there's about a 95% chance that at any given moment, if I go into our little Skype area, there's going to be someone looking for people to stream with.
Yeah.
Or play Dota, one or the other or both.
Yeah, oftentimes both, admittedly. But if you ever shit talk Dota again, see what happens.
Yeah, I know.
Dota's actually out now, man.
I've played Dota. Yeah, so it's an okay game. What is the difference of it being out or not out?
If you invited people into the game, you have a sweet bloodstone item in your inventory that doesn't do anything yet.
Oh, I got that. Yep.
The end.
Mom told me about it in between collecting trading cards.
I still love the idea of, and I love it out of absurdity, not out of like genuine admiration for this idea. But I would love if Valve added the option to like buy back when you die in Dota for real money.
Oh my god!
I think that would be hilarious.
That's a new economy.
Yeah, the backlash would deservedly be insane. That being said,
or it may not be. You never know. There's people that have come out in favor of the Xbox One policies lately.
Yeah, but those guys don't know what they're talking about.
There's a petition apparently to bring it back.
Yeah, that's I guess the
went
ultimate.
Back on it
Again,
you're like, you know what? You're right. We were right the first time. You are willing to kiss the ring, and so we will provide you with a ring to kiss.
Kiss the ring. That's like the PG-13 way of saying like suck the dick, right?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's a little bit more kingly though.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure kings say suck the dick as well.
Do you think kings say suck the dick?
They probably do.
Alright, this is actually one of my least favorite boss fights in the game, the roll armadillo one.
Uh-huh.
Because sometimes I feel like you don't have control over how fast it goes, because he just does these things that kind of like space you out.
Yeah, it's the bed of chaos of Megaman X.
It is, in a way. You gotta, react to him, but actually this went really well, and really fast. Everyone is telling me that I should have gone with the Hadoken. I've never, as much as I've played this game, I have never gotten the Hadoken.
So good.
Yeah?
What do you use on the mandrill? The eagle?
Ice.
Okay.
And you can space it out so that you can just keep him like perpetually frozen, and you'll very rarely have to dodge. People are calling GG already. I don't think so.
Do you switch back to the Mega Buster after the ice?
Nah, because it's too much work in my opinion.
I agree.
I guess I will go up against Flame Mammoth now. And this is where, like, the first 4 levels of Mega Man X, I've got, like, on lock.
Right.
But when it comes after that, I have no goddamn idea. I just do them in whatever order.
Alright, so Mandrill's done, and then you go on to where?
I mean, I guess it's technically up to you, but it makes the most sense to use, in my opinion, the Spark on Roll Armadillo.
Okay.
Not that any of the animals on the title screen really look that much like an armadillo, but, hopefully you remember which one's
I
which.
get it. He looks similar.
I guess?
He looks more similar to an armadillo than a Kwanger.
Yeah, well,
whatever it is.
I'm not going to talk shit about Kwangers, because I don't want Kwangers to target me, because they sound like a horrifying monster.
That is...
I mean, I've never seen a Kwanger. That being said, I have seen Boomer Kwanger, and he looks like something I don't want to mess with.
Kwangers are nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, Wu-Tang Kwang ain't nothing to fuck with.
I was hoping you would do that. I wasn't sure if I was setting you up, but I was hoping.
Can we just say that fuck these Minecraft dudes who throw the pickaxes at you?
The Enderman? Oh, I don't. Oh yeah, the miners. Yep.
The Enderman. This guy. Now there is like a heart container over here, but I don't give a shit about it. I think.
Oh, if I'm fast enough through this level, I can go grab that thing at the end. Well, the dude's chasing you. Right? There's like a jump across some kind of thing, and you get a heart container.
Yes. If you kill the dude fast enough, or like if you land in front of him, or somehow get in front of him, there is a heart container that you can get. I'm not sure. It's a hard jump to make, regardless.
Right. Yeah, or I'll just run into the side of the spike on the platform. That's another way to do it.
Does anybody else think Mega Man X copied Super Mario with these thwomps?
Copy Minecraft.
Let's be honest, we all know it's true. The more I play Mega Man X and talk about it, the more I realize that I kind of hate like almost every level of Mega Man X. Like now that I'm playing through, Flame Mammoth stage, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck these guys. Like,
it's one of the rare opportunities for me where I actually feel like I'm doing a little better than I expected I was going to do. The game is not quite as challenging as it used to be when I was younger.
Yep, I think that's definitely true. It's a difficult game, and it's hard to divorce like whether the game is difficult or like whether the game got easier as we got older or whether we just played the shit out of it. But
wandered onto those damn spikes.
people are probably right, by the way. They're saying like I am gonna get my ass kicked without having all the E-tanks on Sigma. That being said,
I don't think we're thinking that far ahead.
yeah, not yet anyway. I mean, we might not be able to make it there in 2 hours regardless, or another. Well, we still have an hour and a half left. That's pretty good.
We're like halfway through the game.
Yeah, I always forget what works on Flame Mammoth.
I would think flame would be countered with ice, right?
Ah, but it's not. It's the.
It's not.
I don't think so anyway. Is
It's
it
like in Dark
Storm?
Souls, how no matter what it is, unless it's like Quelaag, flame pretty much works on it.
Yeah, or Megaman 2. Oh, this is where if you have like the charge ability for Storm, it works super well. I might actually die on Flame Mammoth. I'm very close.
I've died a few times. Actually, I just used a continue
Yep.
for the first time.
Yep, there I go. I died. Oh, you used to continue. Okay.
Yeah. I had a real bad run with these spikes, and I wandered onto them.
Luckily, I have a lot of lives. I wonder if it's actually just the X Buster.
Flames are also put out by air, right? So try that.
I did. It works
Oh.
okay. I think I might, yeah, just try to use the X Buster on this one. It's Tornado Man. Apparently.
This is so much more relaxing to play than Mario, though. It's like not nearly as frustrating.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like one mistake rarely kills you in Mega Man.
Right.
It can
Plus, it's
happen.
so much faster paced.
Also true. And yeah, you know, the tendency is not necessarily there to get stuck on a level the same way you get stuck on a level in Mario. It can happen, indeed, I'll admit. This is a way easier way to do this fight, also. How did I not get burned up there? That is crazy. I keep getting hit by his stupid, like, jumping attack, but... I remember being stuck on this fight for a long time when I was, like, 10 years old.
Uh-huh.
But I think he is gonna fall here.
Oh, no, I thought you had to jump off the last platform as it goes out and grab the wall, and then you could go up to the Hadouken.
Yeah, but you need, there's something else,
Oh, I don't
though.
have super jump dash, air dash, or something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
need
Is
to
there an
have,
air
like,
dash?
all of the upgrades already as well, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Electricity... Wait, sorry, the armadillo's who? It's,
Yeah,
air?
if you hit him with the spark, then his shield will just fall off,
Okay.
and then you can hit him when he does his, like, rotation attack. The one where he bounces around the walls. Apparently you need to die, like, 4 to 7 times as well to beat, or to get the Hadouken.
Well, that's not very nice. I don't want to do that.
I think it's Crash Octopus, and then the Octopus allows you to beat the Chameleon, and then the Chameleon allows you to beat Boomer Kuwanger. I can never remember, though. This is the part where things get difficult.
No Dukin.
I mean, if you get the Hadouken, that's like... We should start offering, like...
GG.
You know how video games will have, like... there's, like, 3 objectives. Like, you can beat it fast, you can get a lot of points, or you can do the special thing. We should start implementing that in the races. Like, there'll be 3 objectives, and the first person to accomplish 3 wins. Or the first person to accomplish 2, I should say, wins.
I think Josh will probably win.
He always does, man. What I will say is that that'll make it way more difficult to come up with games to race, so that's probably an unlikely thing.
Would you ever be into doing Mario 64?
I would do it. I would lose like crazy, though.
Oh. I don't even know what the objective would be exactly in that. First to like 20 stars or 50 stars or something.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just invite Sig Lemick on the stream and have him, like, beat the shit out of us. What's the record for that game now? It's like 43 minutes or something?
It's something stupid.
Yeah. I really like what Twitch is doing with, like, promoting speedrunners. Like, if you remember when we were at PAX East, they actually had Sig Lemick on the main stage. Like, the Twitch main stage, I should say, not like the theater main stage. 3 times over the course of the weekend to try to beat his record live. I think it's a really kind of smart and dynamic way of promoting content like that.
Yeah, I would stick around and watch something like that if I didn't have, you know, stuff going on.
20 appointments, yeah, that
yeah.
we were already late for.
Armadillo's dead, now who?
Okay, so I beat Flame Mammoth next, but I beat him with the Mega Buster.
Yeah, I'll just give it a shot.
You could also go to the chat and see what the chat says.
It's faster response time from you, though.
True.
I don't want to just sit here on the menu.
Flame Mammoth is definitely killable. with the Mega Buster, as has been proven.
I haven't got even any power-ups at all.
Yeah, same. I should definitely, you know, pick up an E-Tank or something.
Oh, no, I have. I actually got one reserve tank.
Oh, that's really good.
Although, how do I even use that? Because it didn't do anything.
As you get more health... Oh, this is scary. Yeah, so if you're at full health and then you pick up health...
oh, it's Metroid style, okay.
Yeah, goes into your E-Tank and then you can use it later. Some of these fucking torpedoes that this ship drops don't make any sense. They, like, come upwards after they go downwards. That is some secret CIA military technology shit. Do I have to... Oh, I have to beat the dragon here. I remember.
This is the future, man. They got technology now.
It's the year 20XX, or is
XX.
it... Megaman X might be like 21XX, I can't remember. We're approaching it anyway.
I can't wait.
I agree, man. You should have a party.
Transhumanism party.
The great thing about having a party about, like, the Mega Man commemoration is that you could actually hold it for, like, literally 10 to 100 years. Every year, you could be like, January 1st, it's not New Year's, it's like, Mega Man party. And they'd be like, well, when is the anniversary? And you'd be like, fuck, man, I don't know, sometime in this decade or century?
Oh, this is rough. There's a lot of pipes here, and there's a lot of things happening on them.
You just gotta lay some pipe, man.
Can't do it.
A lot of pipes here. Oh, you're at like the part with the acid dripping downwards.
Yeah, acid dripping. We've got a dude with a mace of some sort, or a chain, ball and chain deal.
Yeah, tell me about it. Sounds like my ex-wife. Women. Am I right, Chad? Don't answer that.
Yeah, really don't.
If you were gonna answer that with yeah, then definitely don't answer that. I'm fighting this serpent of the sea right here. He opens his mouth every time I shoot him.
My trick for these guys is to let them throw their ball and then use the invincibility frames from how they just hit me to run past.
Well, one charge shot and a bit is enough to kill them. So, you know, if you get hit, you can kill them and maybe get the consumables.
No, I got to the boss. It's all good.
Alright. Flame Mammoth's a little tricky, man.
Yeah, well, I have a solid quarter health.
How many lives do you have left? That's the real question.
I don't want to look, actually. Probably two.
You know, that's Mega Man. You do have to beat the whole level again if you run out of continues. Or if you run out of lives.
These levels are mercifully short.
Yes, that is true. The levels in this game are pretty short. Let me see what we have here. I have 4 lives left, and I always think that means, like, 5, technically, right?
Oh, I always go over this in my head, and I forget every time.
You have, like, a 0 with...
Yeah, oh, there goes that life.
People are raising an interesting point, by the way, which is, we've been in this mindset that, you know, for races, we have to choose games that can be finished, or at least progress made, in 2 hours. But what we could do is actually do, like, a longer game, and just, like, triple bill it.
Yep.
Which would be interesting. Alright, so I forget. There is a move... Oh, you know what? This is bullshit. You can use the cutter to cut off the octopus's arms.
That makes sense.
But I forgot to do that.
They're all tenderly.
So instead... Yeah, Boomerang is his weakness. I did things in the wrong order here. But by using... Storm, I think I can at least break his shit, and Rolling Shield I think is also good against him.
What is the theme of the Kawanger level?
Platforming.
Beetle-y stuff? Oh, okay.
Oh, from a like a thematic standpoint.
Yeah.
Yes. From a gameplay standpoint, it is platforming.
That does not surprise me.
Which is really frustrating.
Okay, I'm doing the secret boss in Sting Chameleon.
Wait, what?
What?
What is wrong?
I'm doing the secret boss in Sting Chameleon. What's the matter?
I don't get it! Ah! I'm almost out of Rolling Shield. And I died against the octopus. I think I might have to use a continue here. Yeah.
Chamelion's weak to Boomerang? Is everyone weak to Boomerang?
Boomerang's pretty strong, but he's also a pain in the ass to beat.
Jeez, so it sounds like I just gotta leave and go to Boomerang.
Are you on Sting Chameleon or Octopus?
Well, I left the Mammoth level because I died and I ran out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm just gonna jump in a pit then.
Sword of the Stars, the pit.
Yep.
Oh my god, the octopus is sucking my life out.
It'll do that.
I think he sucked my ammo. What a dickbag.
Can they do that?
Hardly
you
seems
killed the
fair to me.
durability on my rolling sphere. Yeah, you do have a 0 life.
Okay, well that's good, so I can die on this guy like 50 times. I always feel like that in Mega Man when I like accidentally make a mistake and you're like, oh, okay, well, guess I'm kind of just fucked then. Like, I gotta continually die over and over. Maybe fire works well underwater. Nope, doesn't do shit. Ice. Hey, ice seemed to work okay. On the
Wait,
bright
you're saying
side.
don't do boomer until you beat Octo, but you need the boomerang to kill the octopus,
No,
right?
rolling shield is the octopus weakness.
God damn it.
We're underwater, so I kind of expect, like, the E-Spark to work here.
Yeah, but that should electrocute you as well.
Nah, I'm Mega Man. I'm a robot. It just gives me more power.
Everyone's a robot here.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Everything and everyone.
I'm glad I made a major mistake, though, because otherwise, you know, what would the chat talk about? I'm trapped in the octopus land! Oh my god, I'm gonna get my ass kicked here. Alright, alright. So I guess I'll go back and beat... But Sting Chameleon's like the crash weakness, isn't it?
It's the what weakness?
Sting... Sorry, yeah, that didn't really make any sense. Sting's weakness... Not Sting the... You know, I was gonna say Sting the rapper. Sting, Sting Chameleon's weakness, I always thought was, the missiles. From the Crash Octopus.
It's hard to say.
But the Sting is good against the Eagle, and I already defeated the Eagle.
Rock, flag, and eagle.
Yeah. Alright, so, I don't even know. Sting the Wrestler. I like that. Sting's weakness is the boomerang. What the fuck, man? This is confusing.
Sting's weakness is being romanced.
Someone in the chat said, SipsLP said, true fact, this boss is why Northern Line is so afraid of octopi. That might actually be true. This could be a formative experience from my childhood.
I was wondering, like, did you just get stung by all kinds of crazy sea life?
I've never been stung by any kind of crazy sea life. Or mundane sea life, for that matter.
Because I could see that being pretty traumatic if, you know, you were...
Oh, I can imagine.
Somebody pee on you on the beach while everybody's all upset and crying.
I don't know what it is, man. They just look weird. That is my reason.
You have explained before that you're like, they're sentient bags, which, yeah, is pretty goddamn creepy.
Yeah, right? It's like they're alive, but they don't know it, man. Like,
they're passively alive.
Exactly. It's like the machinery of life exists within them, but it's like a car with no driver, right? It's got like the end, but it's still driving around. Am I okay? Good. I'm finally dead. Okay, let's think about this. Sting's weakness is the boomerang. What the fuck is the boomerang's weakness? It's the missiles, right?
I think there's some kind of weird catch in there where like everything is weak to the boomerang.
I'm using the roll to beat the octopus next.
I'm using the roll to beat the fizzle beef.
Beat the fizzle beef. The Northern Line adolescent story. It sounds like a 50 Shades of Grey thing.
It could be.
Well, once you break the octopus, the game buckles under your weight because you have what you need to get the boomerang, and then it's over. Until the Sigma stages where things actually get fairly difficult.
You should just sequence break the whole thing. Start at the boomerang.
I wonder what the speed record is for Mega Man X. Bet it's under
5 minutes.
Hour and a half, probably. I don't know how much you could sequence break it. I guess 0, maybe, because it's not.
I watched somebody do a speed run of Half-Life 2 in an hour and like 20 minutes or something.
Jeez, that's nuts.
It's so dumb. Like he's just flying through all the level geometry backwards.
Did you know that the speed record for the speed record for Mega Man X is 32 minutes? That's surprising.
No.
The speed record for Dark Souls is somewhere in there too. It's like 31 minutes.
Yeah, but that's glitching through most of the game by like falling through the ground.
It is, but that's still so cool. I'm always impressed with stuff like that. This is a little known fact, but actually the first experience I ever had with like this kind of commentary, one of my friends did a tool. No, it wasn't tool assisted. It was like a standard N64, and he used it to do a speed run of Ogre Battle 64, which was like, you know, the Guinness Book of World Records thing where you get the record because no one else has been crazy enough to try it.
Yes.
So yeah, he spent like his whole summer speed running Ogre Battle 64, and then he eventually got a decent time that he was proud of. And I did like the 5-hour commentary for him, like co-commentary with him. On a VHS tape. And this is not like, oh, I'm old. This was in fucking, like, 2009, so...
Is it just me or this dragon boss thing, the mini-boss, take like 100 million years to kill?
You know, he takes a lot of damage.
He's a damaged sponge.
He is in many ways a damaged sponge. You know what? I am also on the Dragon Boss. But you haven't beaten Flame Mammoth, right?
No.
So I'm +1 on bosses so far.
That's actually incredible that you're only that far ahead, because I actually started a whole nother level a couple of times.
Oh, really?
And lost. Alright, Dragon Boss is finally dead.
Alright, well, you're in a weird way a little bit ahead of me, then.
I'm a little less far behind you.
Just in case you die to the octopus, it's worth noting that you can ride the dragon.
Oh, I love riding the dragon. I haven't ride the tiger.
Yeah, as long you can see his stripes, but so you know he's clean. Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if I've ever heard all of Holy Diver, but I've heard.
You don't need to.
I've heard a lot of it many times. If that makes sense.
It's like the final countdown, really. I mean, you only need that one moment.
Yeah, and maybe the first verse.
Really,
someone tell me how the second verse of the final countdown starts.
No one knows. It's never been heard.
It's a pure straw man argument, because now I'm like, you can't, but I didn't even wait for an answer. But anyway. Okay. Let's do this now. Don't need to hear all of Holy Diver. These scumbags all around. We're headed to Venus. Okay, yes, it starts like that, but what comes after that? That's the most important part.
I think I've used all my abilities on this octopus, and he does not die.
Did you use roll?
Yeah.
The thing with the roll is I think he has like an extended invincibility with it.
Oh.
So then you like hit him, and then you get away. And then you hit him again, and then you get away, etc., etc. So I'm, just for people in the chat who are going to freak out, I'm going to use M-Buster for the first attempt here. I'm going to min-max my, my attempts here. Basically what I mean by that is, I want to save my roll use for a time when I have full life.
Oh, so the thing that's going to happen now is I'm going to end up running out of roll shield, and then I'm just going to be screwed.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened to me on my last attempt.
Yep, alright, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's why you gotta, like, really beat it on the first one. Or, you know, you could use your E-Tank, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Thank
maybe
you
with maybe with E-Tank and Buster, you could beat him. It's not like the old Mega Mans where, like, you know, once you use your E-Tank, it's just done forever.
I've always wondered if is it Mega Mans or Mega Men?
Like, if I have 8 Mega Mans in my inventory right now or something?
It's like the Batman argument. Is it Batmen? Batmans?
Well, there's only one Batman.
That's what they say, but there's like 20 competing versions of him in comic books.
That's what they say. I like that. Alright, turns out a lot of people actually do know the entirety of... Oh, you beat him?
Yep.
Oh, Nick,
I'm really lucky. That was entirely thanks to you giving me the tip to use my reserve tank.
You've opened up a seam here through which you might be able to come ahead, because this is my like last-ditch effort. Well, not last-ditch, but one of my last efforts against Crash Octopus here.
So you may have to start this whole thing over.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Here's my chance. All right, so I've got the octopus dead, and now I can go to what? Boomer? Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man, it's real close. Why didn't I pick up a single heart container? Would have made my life so much easier.
Inconveniently placed. That's the only thing with them. Don't you wish they would just make a Mega Man with all of the Mega Man bosses in it?
Yes.
Just like
I won. Oh. That was a real serious problem there.
Really wish you didn't, but grats anyway.
That could have been a very major turning point over the course of this race. There's no question.
Well, you always pull through in the clutch.
Well, I don't know about that.
Most of the time.
Sometimes, whenever I pull through in the clutch, I always pull through in the clutch.
Yeah.
Alright, that was tight.
Did you have any pro dodges in there?
Not really.
Oh.
Basically just brute forced it.
Not any.
So now you go Boomer. This is the interesting one.
Oh, this is a nightmare. I hate this level.
There's a lot of platforming in this level. I believe it also has that level which is, or that section where you like ride the elevator up.
This is the Tom Cruise level with the Mission Impossible lasers.
That's James Bond. What's the Mission Impossible theme?
Oh,
I can only keep either the Mission Impossible or the James Bond
other.
theme in my head at one time. Is that dun 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 dun? That's James Bond again.
Yeah, it's still just totally James Bond. I am reading the chat, guys. Just not all the time. You don't have to get mad.
How does it go,
Megaman is a
man?
name, so Megamans. Okay.
There you go. Obviously, you don't understand the English language, apparently.
I bored. I've been struggling with a lot of indie game titles lately. There have been so many that just choose to abbreviate in ways that don't make any sense. There was one that was Rocket Car, right? And it starts as Rocket Car, but it's abbreviated to RKTCR.
Ah, okay. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, okay.
See, but then now I'm trying to think of the James Bond one, and I'm having troubles.
Dun 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 dun.
See, it sounds so similar.
They may be the same thing if we've really thought about it.
Wouldn't it be an interesting piece of trivia if it turned out that they actually had the same composer?
Wouldn't be that surprised.
Who knows? Maybe they were composed like 80 years apart. It still could be the same composer. You just have to have an unusually long life and be like a prodigy.
A long time. Maybe a robot by now.
Yeah, he's Boomer Kawanger, man.
So that's it. We're gonna go fight the dude that wrote Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Ian Fleming.
Gotta take him down. Yep, elevator section. You were right.
Yep. I am
Don't
here
hit the
and
spikes.
extraordinarily low on health.
Don't hit the spikes. Don't hit the spikes.
I always hate getting off because it
Don't
looks
hit
like
the
there's a
spikes.
gap when you get off, but in
Totally hit the
actuality,
spikes.
oh
I
no.
didn't die though. I didn't die.
Oh, I didn't realize that the spikes here were not one-hit kills.
Invincibility frame.
Oh, I see. I'm one hit away from death. But I believe that elevator section is a checkpoint.
Aren't there two actually elevators?
I don't think so.
Oh, must be thinking of something else.
Yeah, you're thinking of like an apartment building or something. Those oftentimes have two
It's a
elevators.
really weird way to get confused.
Oh my god, I died in the worst way possible. I like got on the elevator and then got off because the D-pad rocked in a weird way because the SNES controller D-pad is, you know, universally decried for its clunkiness.
You got off because you rocked the D too much.
And it's so cold in the D. Is it? I guess it is. Especially, you know, as someone living on the West Coast now, I can understand the belief that Detroit is a cold city. Or perhaps.
Well, it's pretty close to the Windy City, right? So.
Yeah, apparently, you know, I looked at this. One of my friends linked me to this graph of like wind patterns in Korea, or not Korea, sorry, in America, and Chicago had like no wind relative to the rest of the United States.
What does that even mean?
Well, I think it means that people are lying when they say it's a windy city, man.
That is insane. How did this lie get propagated so far and wide?
Exactly.
I mean, it was even a video game.
My Chaos in the Windy City.
Yeah.
I remember that. I played a
You
little
throw
bit of that.
charged elemental basketballs at things. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a weird game.
Pretty much the best idea.
Yeah, back when that was when Michael Jordan like didn't have the NBA license, or they just didn't have his license, I should say. So like every NBA game featured just Scottie Pippen and then like some other guy on the Bulls. And that was also that Michael Jordan could be in games like Chaos in the Windy City.
The most time I ever spent playing any sports game was NBA Jam Tournament Edition. I actually remembered occasionally the names of the people on the teams.
Yeah, NBA Jam. We played that at PAX East too.
Such a good game.
You were in the TGS podcast while we
Right.
were playing NBA Jam Tournament Edition.
I kind of wish I had been with you guys, actually.
Wow, shots
What are you
fired.
gonna do? I don't have any reserve tank. The dude almost one-shots me.
Who are you fighting right now?
The Kwanger, man.
You're fighting Boomer Kawanger?
The Kwanger.
Oh, dude, I'm on 0 with lives, which means I absolutely have to use the homing missiles right now.
What else would you use?
Well, you know, I have a little bit lower health than I would like, so I would like to.
Holy shit.
I would like to just go up, you know, die and then have full health and use the missiles.
I barely breezed through that.
Barely breezed.
Yeah.
It only hurts when I breeze. All right, yeah, this is actually pretty easy.
Kwanger power.
Boomerang's useful, man. If you use the boomerang and you go back into Boomerang Kawanger's level, you can get an easy heart container.
Never. So now I can go to Flame Mammoth or Sting Chameleon.
Shit, dude, you should knock that Flame Mammoth out and equalize.
Yeah. I know Sting Chameleon is the last guy.
Yeah, he was, him and the octopus when I was a kid, they were like my Achilles heel. But as of right now, I am moving on to Sting Chameleon's level. Another level I love to hate. What can I say, though? That basically describes all of them, I guess.
Not looking forward to the part with the acid again.
Flame Mammoth's level is not that bad, but the boss sometimes can be.
I like how you can just go under everything and not have to fight like anything at all.
That is correct. you can avoid a lot of negative factors, you could say.
It's I think it lights on fire, right? Like there's a part where you come back to it later.
It's not later. It's if you don't beat Chill Penguin stage first.
Oh, right.
Then it's actually substantially harder.
That is such a cool tactic that
right?
they did that.
It totally is. There's other levels like that too. I can't remember what they are though. I like it though. Oh,
it's a huge advantage.
It is a huge advantage. I mean, naturally, you know, when you first play a Mega Man game, you know, you look at the elements of the bosses and you're like, all right, this guy's like flame and this guy's ice. So you probably wouldn't end up going to the flame level before the ice level anyway.
But then after you played it for 16 hours, you realize actually the elements didn't matter at all.
Yeah, oftentimes. Like in Mega Man 2, how, you know, Metal Blade just works on everyone. Doesn't have to make sense.
Also pretty good record label for hardcore bands.
What is?
Metal Blade.
Oh, I thought Mega Man 2.
Yeah, Mega Man 2 is a sweet label too. I would get on there.
Man. Yeah, if I was publishing my record, I would definitely do it on the Mega Man 2 label. It's my favorite Mega Man game.
Shit. So I guess I have to just take a death here.
Are you on the Flame Mammoth, but you're lacking something?
Well, I have very little health, and it would be a shame to waste all my power.
Did we ever figure out what weapon actually works on him?
I don't think any weapon works on him. Except for the boomerang.
You know, my guess maybe is that Flame works really well on Chill Penguin, actually.
The Mega Buster's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it works fine. But I think Flame Mammoth might actually be like a starting point if you wanted it to be. Like Flame Mammoth, Chill Penguin, and Storm Eagle are all kind of really easy Mega Buster bosses.
Fly like Storm Eagle.
And I think if you get the ability that lets you charge your weapon all the way to max, even for special attacks, then Tornado is really easy against him, or really works really well against him.
Didn't I postulate that since it was flame that probably air should work?
I guess so. Man,
I said that.
It must not be shooting oxygen, because the oxygen just fuels the fire.
No, if you put enough of it, though, it sucks the oxygen away so it can't combust anymore.
You may be right. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, Nick. That's all I have to say about that.
You are. Well, you're more of a scientist than me.
Technically, but we were like really discouraged from saying that.
Okay.
Oh, like I have a Bachelor of Science. I'm an expert in the field. Not really.
Oh yeah, I have technically a Bachelor of Science, but it doesn't mean anything.
Well, we are. We're both Bachelors of Science, man. I always forget on this Sting Chameleon, there's a way to choose whether you shoot your boomerang up or you shoot it down. And I think it has something to do with standing still or jumping. And I always forget. Every time.
Quick. Start by dodging his attacks. That's his first weakness. I didn't do that bad. Alright, here we go. Last dude.
Sting Chameleon.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
I know.
But I think I'm gonna
so
beat him.
So is the hidden boss who I have to beat.
Yeah, what is the hidden boss?
You have to know about him.
What are you talking? Oh, what do you? Whatever.
Do you not know about the hidden boss in Sting Chameleon?
Oh yes, and I do. The robot man with the.
He's highly prestigious.
He's like Timbersaw when he throws out his hook and then he like comes over to you. So that gives you the armor. I gotcha.
I want that armor.
I suppose so. I'm gonna give you a second to carry the stream for yourself because I actually desperately need to go to the washroom.
All right.
That being said,
I'll be here.
Oh, wait, I guess I'll let the dialogue go first. Saying I'll dub over myself. Finally, you beat those pieces of shit. I got here ages ago. Sorry I couldn't help you. I was doing my groceries. And then Mega Man's just like, yeah, whatever. And then, all right, there we go. So we're gonna go fight Sigma. But first, I'm gonna go use the washroom. So I'll be back in a second. The floor is all yours, Nick.
Yo, did you notice that this robot dude seems to have little jeweled nipples? That's a pretty neat thing. You guys should probably pay attention to that over on my stream, too. No, I'm sure Northernline's going to fight this guy soon. And I think I'm probably going to do okay on it. I think we're going to live. I hope we're going to live. Okay, this is actually getting to be a little tougher than I thought it would be. This guy has a lot of HP. If only I had his ruby jeweled nipples, maybe. Maybe I'd have a chance. dude has all of the HP. Actually, you're not doing that well. Well, thanks. Thanks for propping me up on that. Oh, he's smoking. That's got to be a start, right? I don't know what to do with this. Shield on his head, I guess. That's one way. He's smoking more, I think.
All right.
I discovered the secret boss has ruby jeweled nipples. So
Where'd you get that picture of me?
Yeah. Like
I love the misinformation in chat. Someone just said Josh is getting a vasectomy. He'll be back on Monday.
That's likely to be true? No, I don't.
Okay, it could be true, man.
To support that.
I'm pretty sure doctors have like an ethical responsibility to like. I mean, this sounds like I'm like passing my beliefs on to people. I believe, you know, if you want surgery, you should be able to get it. But I'm pretty sure it would be difficult to find a doctor to give surgery, or a vasectomy, I should say, to like a 24-year-old childless male. 25, 24.
Really?
I think it would be, honestly.
I would think that would be entirely like your choice whether you want to undergo that procedure.
I think legally it is, but I think there would be a lot of.
It's just like a method of contraception, right? I mean, you could use it that way.
Yeah, but I believe that like the vasectomy reversal process is not really like that.
Well, yeah, but if you're committed, you're like, man, I'm not gonna have kids. I just have no interest.
Hey, man, I'm yeah, like I said, I'm not saying I. Whoa, fuck this level. I'm not saying I agree with it or disagree with it either way. But I'm not sure if it 100% qualifies as elective surgery. I don't know.
This boss is the worst boss of my life. I can't kill him.
You're on Sting Chameleon.
No? Okay, there we go. I was trying to kill
you're still fighting
boss.
this.
I spent, like, the entire time you were gone fighting him.
Fair enough. I spent the entire time I was gone peeing.
Yeah. Well,
actually, I got some water as well.
50% less damage sounds good to me, bro.
Whoa, is that really what the armor does?
That's really what the armor does.
Shit, dude, can I go back?
Nope.
Dear God, Northern Lion, do a Ghosts and Goblins race. I think that is...
Dear God, whoever said that, no thank you.
That's pretty unlikely. That sounds really difficult. I hate the first Sigma level, or, you know, the Wily level, whatever you want to call it, I guess. But when you have the ability to charge your shots, like if you're taking your time through Mega Man X, it's not so bad, because you can just charge up the Sting Chameleon and like make yourself invincible the whole way up these platforms, which is really the hardest part in my opinion.
Oh, this is the greatest thing. Having this armor means that every single thing that hits me does 1 damage.
You might be able to swing that into a victory,
yeah.
Nick.
It was a strategic move for sure.
I agree.
Because I spent a very long time fighting that boss.
I think you pressed your advantage, or you looked at where you had an advantage and a disadvantage, and you made a smart decision. Whether or not it'll work out, we'll see. But I definitely think that was a smart move.
I needed the help, honestly. I'm just not that good.
I don't know. You're not that much not that far behind me, I guess I should say.
No, I guess given the fact that I haven't played this in a lot of years, I guess I'm doing okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm at the part where you fight the... What's that dude's name? Axel. You know, the little guy. Vash?
What?
The chat will know, I guarantee it. Vile! That's it.
Oh! Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, Vash is from like an anime or something.
Yeah, Vash the Stampede, VTS from Trigun.
Look at this guy. I also do not know what is good against Vile. I think it might be missiles. Great storytelling, by the way, or narrative style in this game as well. When you have like the fight against Vile, but just before it, you can hear like the fight between Zero and Vile. It's real good. Use the Dark Hand against this boss.
Dark Hand him.
The Leaf Shield is good. That's not even from this game, you ding dong. Hadoken is the weakness. Just so we're clear, Hadoken's the weakness.
These boomerangs are great, but I can't get them to hit anything.
If you're fighting the boss, it is like this. You just have to like stand on the ground and spam it.
They just keep flying in every direction where he is not.
Yeah, if you just like stand on the ground and press the fire button, it should like go up. Usually that's what I did. I just stood in the middle. And
Oh,
kept moving
okay.
back
Yeah,
and
I
forth.
was overthinking it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that's. I remember that from like my Let's Play. People were like, "You should just stand on the ground and fire it," and then I did, and it worked on the first try really easily.
When you did the Let's Play, you didn't do like one area per episode, right?
I think I did. I might have done like 2 in some
Oh.
episodes though.
I guess if you take your time and search out everything, yeah, you could probably work that through.
Everyone's like shedding a tear over Zero right now.
Or Zero.
They should do a Dark World race in Super Meat Boy. Hey, that would be interesting.
I do want a rematch.
If we're gonna do a rematch, we might as well do the Dark World.
I want to do both.
Oh man, he is really weak to Rolling Shield, actually. This is a great boss fight because once it actually finishes, then you get the power to charge your shots, which is super valuable. Maybe even necessary moving onwards? I can't remember. I like this idea, race Nick's Super Meat Boy maps. That could be fun.
Yeah, we could do that.
I'm pretty sure you would have an advantage.
You'd think that, but
You think
maybe
I'd be
not.
wrong?
I don't know.
Yes, hello, Zero. Ah! Make sure to delete my Internet Explorer history before Mom looks at it. There's a box in the closet. Just throw the socks in the trash. That is his
Remember in
last words.
Megaman X2 how it had the Super FX chip?
No,
And it was such a big deal.
I rented
Nope.
it, but I never actually beat, like, I never gained any traction in Mega Man X2.
Oh. X2 was like the rarest game that I can think of for the SNES. Every time I wanted to rent it, they wouldn't have it.
Yeah, I was renting it instead.
Yep. Man, you were going far and wide to get your copy.
I was, yeah. Went all the way up to St. Louis, Missouri.
All the way up.
Up is just a term for nothing left to lose, man. People,
Man.
yeah, people. That's one of the things
Going
that I say a lot. That people get like
There
bent
we
out of shape with. They're like, yeah, my brain short circuited for a second there. But they're like, you know, you don't go up to America, you go down. And I'm like, up just means, you know, you're going somewhere. Maybe I'm speaking from like an altitude standpoint. Maybe I'm like, we're at like sea level, and I'm going to Colorado where it's a little bit higher.
I feel like there's a statute of limitations when you can use that. I think if you're Canadian talking about America, you may not be able to the same way, but if you're talking about your same country, maybe then.
Ah, okay. I died. That was really bad, actually.
It's a new Apple product. I died. Sorry about that.
Northern
These
Lion-
floating platforms, not good.
Northern Lion is so deep, I can't even see him anymore. I don't even understand what that means, but
I like that comment.
I like that as well. I also love having like full shots to fire here, like being able to charge your shot.
It's to fire.
Like, I say this every time, but when the stream goes on for like 2 hours, that's like the point where all of the like glycogen used for speech is gone.
Right.
And I'm just like, you know, it's just a program running in my brain right now that's like, activate English. I'm gonna try using Sea Sting for this
It
again.
is so freaking cheesy that these robots are trying to hit me the whole time I'm trying to fly up these platforms.
Oh, yeah, you're on that.
Is that... How long did you spend there?
I died once.
Once. Okay, I died once.
It's a hard part, there's no shame in that.
It's just corny. It's like, it's rude.
It's corny.
It's bad game design.
Watch your language. Well, that's why I think that's like one of the advantages for getting the charge shot early is because then you can just Sting Chameleon up all the way to the top.
Oh, I can Sting Chameleon my way up.
If you have the charge shot,
Uh-huh.
which you do not.
Yeah.
I think anyway, unless you've been seriously sandbagging me here.
Hiding all my progress, no.
Alright. Oh, I'm fighting Boomer Kuwanger again. Alright.
Why'd you fight him? He's just a quanker.
It's the Mega Man philosophy, man. You always, you know, fight all of the bosses again towards the end. And Boomer Kuwanger should be easy to beat, but I believe there's only like checkpoints on like every 2 of these bosses. But I don't think you fight them all on the first level. I think you fight a couple on the first level and a couple on the next level. I don't know. It's been a while. There we go. He is deceased. It's really important to know that I can't imagine beating this game with the X-Buster. I know it's been done, but and it probably just takes some practice. But
It's just frustrating.
exactly.
I don't like to play games in ways that make them more frustrating generally.
I agree. I want to go back to our pizza discussion, man.
Okay, we can
Actually,
do that.
I had some pizza last night. It was tasty.
Oh, tell me about it. What happened?
It was a weird pizza from that Panago chain in Western Canada. It was like
What made it
chicken taco salad. It's like a lettuce
sounds
base.
good.
It is good, but it doesn't have like standard pizza sauce. It has a base of lettuce, and then like sour cream, shredded cheese, chicken, and salsa, and tomatoes.
Did they do any spice in there?
You know, the salsa's a little spicy. I would say that's probably the dominant flavor. Oh, I fucking hate this. How do you beat this spider?
It's like prime jalapeno territory, though.
I agree. I think a jalapeno would be real nice. I think this is just a Mega Buster thing. Yeah, man, like for real, Panago's a good chain. I like it a lot. We don't have it in Ontario, which is, well, it's not really that annoying because I live in Vancouver, but I'm gonna get my ass kicked here. Apparently you use
Just
shotgun
saying I had
rifles.
hacks. I just jumped when he punched, that's all.
You jumped when he punched. Who are you
jumped
fighting?
when he's punched.
Who are you fighting?
The Armor Man. Purple Helmet Armor Man.
Whoa, is that like slang for your penis?
Yes, it is. I'm fighting him to death right now.
Oh my god. Nick, I died.
Beat him up hard enough, I'll make him sick. What? He died.
I even ran out of continues, so
Is this an opportunity?
I think you are actually objectively ahead of me now.
Shit. I never saw this coming. I need to check how many lives I have. I have 3 lives.
Oh, and that's real bad.
What do I do with this dude, though? Does he like missiles? He looks like he likes
not
missiles.
People in chat are saying, well, Ontario has pizza. That's true, but that's nothing to be proud of, man.
That's Little Caesars, isn't it?
That's a good question, actually. I have no idea.
Pizza. That's what he said.
I wonder if that's just rebranding, because we don't, at least, we had Little Caesars in Canada for a while, and now we don't.
Right.
Maybe they have all been rebranded to Pizza.
That little man didn't respond well to the demographic.
Exactly, yeah. Canadians are like, I don't want this
The other way
caricature
around.
to serve me pizza.
I love the idea that they'd be so on board with that concept together. Like, unified in their
Yeah.
standoff against the...
Canada rebels against pizza. Alright, that was a brave jump.
A real good tip for you, don't ever fire more than 1 missile at a time.
Yeah, it's a waste.
Yeah. Everybody's saying rolling shield. I had really good luck with missiles.
Oh my god. I fell all the way down to the bottom.
Are you in the climbing the platforms now?
Yes. And I'm displeased with it. The only bonus is I'm pretty sure I don't have to fight Vile again.
Oh.
I think I've done this before, and you don't have to fight Vile. I may indeed have to fight every single other boss, though.
But you said when you get charge shot, then you can go back up easy, right?
Yeah, but then I, like, promptly just proved myself wrong.
Oh.
Quite soon
what do
after
we
that.
do with this?
Apparently there's 2 Little Caesars in Toronto, so maybe Little Caesar still totally exists.
Okay.
My mistake. Alright, don't lose it.
What the hell? What is with these springs?
Oh yeah, that's a lot of fun. I like that part.
I was real confused by that.
Oh, the companies are not affiliated, and in fact, compete in many areas of Canada. Little Caesars has been prohibited from using it as a slogan in Canada. That is, thank you,
That's
Dale
hilarious.
Michael. Pizza's okay. It's cheap, and they sell by the slice, which I appreciate.
We were talking the other day about how you sometimes say, like, oh, you learn a new thing every day, and some days you just don't.
Yeah.
You know, today I learned a new thing.
There you go.
There's no argument.
It's better than the Today I Learned subreddit, which is basically like Today I Learned World War II was a thing.
Yeah, that really is a thing.
Papa John sells by the slice. Is that true? Kate, is that true? No. Kate says no. Well, at least not here.
The guy is clearly blocking shots without his shield up.
Nick, are you hacking?
I think they're saying the game is hacking me.
Yeah, sure, that's what they all say. I really should have gotten some E-tanks.
Isn't the game a rapper?
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about him more? This seems so appropriate.
Hater to love it, the underdog's on top. It's the game collaboration with Half Dollar. What do you guys call them?
I don't know, but it's better to be on top than a power bottom. Or is it?
I think you should check your privilege on that one, Nick. Seems a little offensive to me.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, so I got to Boomer Kwanger, and I'm pretty sure that I'm just gonna, like, die instantly.
This tunnel of death is not my favorite place.
Oh, you're trying to go up?
Oh my god.
You're going up with the
Oh,
things...
charge Sting Chameleon, they're saying.
Shooting the
Okay,
things
well.
yeah, that's what I was using. Ooh, this is a tough situation.
Yeah. I look like I was ahead for a minute. I'm pretty sure it's not going to stay that way.
I think you are, like, mere seconds behind. But that will change if I die here.
No, I'm just talking about continue-wise. I'm going to end up going back.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I fucking hope so, basically.
I did just kill Kwanger without taking a single hit.
Yeah,
so that's
same here. Clutch
one at a time
victory.
missiles. I'm the one that just said that. They're saying we're exactly synced right now, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, it is, but you have the armor.
Yeah, I do.
That's definitely a bonus.
It's a bonus, but I'm also taking really bad damage.
This is tight. I think smart money's on you right now.
Oh yeah, full health.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start farming these dudes.
Full health. Get me out of here.
Oof. Full health is like meaningless from my standpoint.
You didn't get the armor.
Exactly. I still die in like one hit from every enemy. So, what's
The armor's the best thing in this game. What is this spider?
What was I thinking? Not getting the armor, really? Yeah, the spider, dude. Okay. Pizza gives, or Domino's Pizza gives people cancer, so it's bad. That might be grounds for slander. If there's a Domino executive in the chat, I apologize. Those are not my words. That has never been proven in the court of science, I'm assuming.
Court of Science. They have science courts now.
They have tennis courts? Why not science courts?
Oh, I don't even know how to fight this boss. This is a nightmare.
Oh, I got killed like instantly.
Nick, you're using the totally wrong weapon. Okay.
Here's the people.
Learn.
I'm not gonna tell you what the weapon is, but people tell you to use it, but you gotta use it like really effectively.
Yeah. I'm on board.
Who the fuck eats at Papa Romney EA John's? I like that. All right, now I'm in a rhythm now.
These guys cannot drop health, as far as I'm concerned. It's the way it's looking to me.
I think they might be able to. I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat the spider, Nick.
I cannot beat the spider.
Without an E-tank.
Although I'm starting to understand what I need to do to beat the spider. It's just not probably going to happen execution-wise.
Same here. I actually think like I need to have a perfect run to beat this spider, basically.
I'm also going to end up wasting all of my weapon in the process, which is not the happiest news. Yeah, alright, well, he just decided to go kill me.
This is a scary situation.
You shoot when he's on the floor. Yeah, I get it. Alright,
go
back to the drawing board.
I need to go back to like fucking Sting Chameleon's level. And get that armor.
No! You're good. Just ride on.
Just sing my song. Led Zeppelin, man. Who knows?
So what do I do now that I have Charge Shot and Sting Chameleon? How's that help?
That gives you invincibility.
I love invincibility.
It's a really nice ability. I hate this boss because you know, in like Super Mario Land on the Game Boy, you'd have to like choose the right path, and then yeah, I can't do that. Like in my brain, I just can't make that happen. So I apologize.
I definitely can't do it if I'm watching the chat and talking at the same time.
Yeah, this is one of the toughest boss fights in the game. Yep, and there I die in 2 hits.
Oh, this is so good.
So I'm in a very difficult place here.
No, I still fell off the platform.
Are you past the? Are you past the spider?
No, I died.
Oh,
I restarted.
Oh man.
I'm on a continue now.
Can I go back to the Steam or to the Sting Chameleon level?
You don't need to. You're too good for that.
Hey, fuck you, man. Fuck you. People are like, good luck with Sigma if you have problems with the spider. Sigma's not easy, but by the same token, his patterns are way easier for me to deduce. Okay, so a fully charged shot does like as much damage as one Shotgun Ice. Which also sounds like a great name for a beer.
Shotgun Ice? Yeah, I
Yeah.
would drink that.
Oh, this guy shot spiders halfway down the track. You can't do that.
Shot the spiders.
And the spiders are going to win, too.
Well, now that I have Charge Shot, do I even need to use Sting Chameleon? Because I can just use the arc thing that it uses.
I now have a decided pattern for getting under the boss, but it didn't work. All right, so
Jump cliff wall. Can I really do that? I can jump up the cliff?
I'm going back to get the armor, Nick.
No!
I'm gonna go back and get the armor,
It's all I had!
and I'm basically banking on you not being able to
Never
beat the
talked about the
spider.
armor.
I agree. I'm basically banking on you not being able to do it before I can get back. Or if you do it, then I'll at least be able to... Because that boss is going to be a real problem.
Now, do I have to fight Boomer again?
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes, you do.
But I have Charge Shot, so it's all gonna be fine.
Alright.
Maybe. Probably not.
This is real scary. Boomerang on the optional boss, by the way. Oh, I wish I hadn't read that now. Now I feel like a piece of garbage. Sorry, Nick.
Yeah, I used missiles, didn't work. I also used Rolling Shield, didn't work, and then I shot it for a long time.
Yeah, that's how I've always just done it with the Mega Buster.
Just do it, they're saying. I should just do it, and then I don't have to worry so much.
Have you considered not being so bad at video games?
I have considered it, I chose not to.
It's a bad business decision, man.
Declined.
Being bad at video games pays the bills.
Wow, so I just stood in place for a really long time because I was expecting a boss to show up, and it didn't, so
Oh,
yeah,
you
you
fighting?
don't fight the boss there.
You were thinking you were fighting Vile.
Yeah.
Okay. Northern Lion, get the wafer. These guys. Full of jokes, man. Full of jokes.
That's that item in Binding of Isaac, yeah?
This capsule takes a new form of armor. Bring back a Quizno sandwich for me.
Alright. I have the armor, Nick.
Back to the Hall of Death.
And the beauty about it is that
That is
I
beautiful.
can then just use the escape from my inventory. And then go back into... This is essentially the wafer, I guess. Good point. Then just go back into the Sigma level, and we'll see what happens here. We do technically only have like a half hour left, but as usual, if it extends a little bit longer, if it looks like someone has a chance to win outright, then, or if it's like neck and neck, then that makes sense to me. But we'll
This fucking turret just keeps respawning at the top of the ceiling, and I can't kill it enough.
Oh yeah, it's real annoying. Sting Chameleon charged up, man.
Well, no, I'm just gonna lose because I have 1 health.
That's acceptable as well. Sometimes
Alright,
it's-
use invincibility. They're saying it so many times that I will heed the warning.
it still is difficult, even with invincibility, but it's easier.
I'm gonna just use invincibility for this whole game. See how that goes.
Well, you know, it would be beautiful if it worked. Unfortunately, the
Go, go, go! Hurry up!
people are saying Subway is absolutely disgusting. I don't know about that.
How did you get to that conclusion?
That seems
It's just
a little harsh. to me.
complicated to order things.
Sometimes. It is sometimes. I just want to be like, you know what? Put whatever you want on the sandwich. I'll be okay.
I'm just hungry. Just do something.
I'm not allergic. I have no allergies. You make the sandwich the way that the Subway Corporation feels it tastes the best. The definitive model for the cold cut combo. And I will, you know, I'll be happy to imbibe it and let you know how I feel.
You're supposed to be an artist. Show me your
Yeah,
art
exactly.
form.
Sandwich artist. You got 2 weeks of sandwich training.
Is that how long sandwich college is?
I don't know. I would have to imagine that it's probably actually less.
You think it's longer or shorter than McDonald's college? Probably equal.
I would expect them to be similar-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
What is this guy saying? They will give you the most expensive one. Well, you know, there's no extra toppings that cost money at Subway except for like bacon and extra meat and cheese, I think. So if they want to put, you know, both kinds of olives on it, by all means. Let's not get into this olive discussion.
I don't go the both olive direction.
I know it's a heated and hotly contested subject.
The fucking pimentos are disgusting. That's
Oh,
all I
there's
have
no
to say.
pimentos in the.
There better not be.
Yeah, in the Subway olives, they're pimento-less.
I will eat black olives all day, but give me a pimento and I will punch you in the face.
Wow, that is like seriously probably a little bit over the top.
No, it's just right.
Starring Sylvester Stallone and Steven Seagal.
All right, Ice, where's the... There it is.
Are you on the spider again?
Yeah, I hate this thing.
Almost me too. I definitely hate him. I'm almost on the spider is what I mean.
Wherever I go, I think I'm safe, and it's always the only spot in the screen that is not safe.
Cat, no. Now's not the time. You are a furry ball of distraction.
Give me health.
Oh, you're on the spider.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on Boomer Kuwanger.
How did you come back that fast? That is crazy.
The boss is really, or the optional boss is really close to the start of the level. And then you can just escape after that.
Yeah, well, I died again.
Oh my god, Boomer Kuwanger just knocked me up to the top of the ceiling. That's how bad my form is right now.
Damn it.
Are you using continues?
Yeah.
Oh, you're at the start of the level?
Yeah, you're ahead.
Oh my god, these swings, man!
Hey, at least we're keeping it tight. It's not like Mario. I was just like, oh, well, can't beat World 3.
Yeah, that was a dire circumstance for sure. He is dead. Boomer Kuwanger is dead. Stay in the corner and shoot, that's true.
Corner Falcon.
Apparently, Subway in England has a chicken tikka masala sandwich. Interesting.
I'd eat that.
I would eat that as well, you know. Subway in Canada has pizza now. Like, not a pizza. I mean, we have pizza subs, but also, like, you can just go to Subway and be like, I'll take a pizza.
Yep. We had that a while back, actually. They're just like little personal round pizzas.
They, like, test kitchen it in the United States, and then...
yes.
Then they were like, well, nobody here will eat this.
I bought it.
Maybe, I guess. I've never had it at Subway. Mostly, it's just like, it's a weird proposition, I feel. Like, if you're going to Subway, you're not like, what am I gonna get, right? You're like, you're getting a fucking sandwich.
Right, and if you haven't made up your mind, God help you if you ask them to help you.
Oh my god, and like, I don't want, if you're indecisive, I don't want you to come to Subway, you know?
Right.
Because you're gonna be, oh, I don't know, should I get tomatoes? Ooh, are these olives free range?
Nobody has time for that shit.
Exactly. No thank you.
Buddy. There's not enough time in the world for that guy.
Exactly, I don't want that. Give me the sandwich and put things on it, the end.
Just not pimentos, please.
Nick, you got this pimento phobia.
I'm not a fan, and I just fell off the goddamn platform again.
I don't think there have ever been pimentos on a Subway sandwich. Apparently you can buy a bowl of meatballs at Subways in the United Kingdom. A bowl
I say
of
that
meatballs.
like it's a terrible proposition. It honestly doesn't sound bad at all. I'm just like surprised by it.
It's a little weird.
You can buy meatballs at like IKEA, right? So why is that weird?
If you talk shit about IKEA meatballs, I'm gonna be pissed.
I thought we had a whole story about IKEA meatballs before.
Yeah, because somebody in the chat that worked at IKEA was like,
yes,
it's the worst shit ever. And then I was like, I like it. He's like, okay, it's probably not the worst shit ever, but it's pretty bad.
We need some investigative journalism to take place now.
Dude, I don't live in Sweden. I don't know how good the meatballs are in Sweden, but the meatballs from IKEA are pretty good. I think the other thing was that it was like in the midst of like the horse meat controversy.
Right, yes it was.
Yeah, so people were like, a lot of people were like, I don't care, man. I'll eat horse. Now
I
I
still
kind of
don't understand why it's that stigmatized.
I think
Unless
it's just because, you know, it's like a disclosure thing where people didn't know they were eating horse.
But they talk about it like it's just pure poison. I mean, it is meat.
Yeah, you know, people do eat meat, or eat horse, I should say, in parts of the world, I'm sure. I just made that up, but, you know.
Well, I'm sure they do too.
Oh my god, this fucking... Fuck these guys,
I don't
man.
want to do this platform thing anymore.
I don't want to fight the spider anymore, Nick.
Just do it better.
That's basically the sentiment in the chat right now. Just like, stop sucking.
Oh, well, off the fucking bottom of the screen again. Climb the cliff, they keep saying. Is that really a thing? Can I climb the cliff?
I don't understand what did the, like, on the spider?
No, on the platforming section at the beginning of the level.
Oh, maybe there's like a E-tank or something up there.
I'm gonna climb the shit out of that cliff if I can do that. I got nothing to lose at this point.
That's a good point. Avoid the green lines. Yes, I agree.
Where would you do that?
The cliff?
Oh. I don't know. What? Oh, I can climb the cliff.
What'd you get?
Nothing. I died.
No. Oh, okay. Oh my god, I got him halfway down. Apparently, okay, so people are raising an interesting point here, which is there's hormones and regulations and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So
Forgot about those.
maybe they are not subject to the same kind of regulations that you know, meat fit for human consumption is. That's understandable.
Also, we seem to like horses because they're like pretty animals and they're all fancy and stuff, so we don't want to like eat them, I guess. Because we just decide certain animals are better, so we just treat them better, I guess.
You know, you're not wrong about that. People have like a weird attachment to horses too. That sometimes, you
People
know,
go way overboard with horses.
when you're a kid, you're like, oh, that's really cool. But then when you get older, oftentimes I kind of feel like those people want to fuck a horse. I know
Yes,
that,
they do.
That sounds offensive, and may be like really offensive.
I think they really do, though.
But oftentimes I'm like, you want to like fuck this horse, right? And that's okay. I mean,
Is it?
okay, that's a good point. Is it? But like, let's not play this game.
I guess
where
in the
you're like,
scheme of things, maybe it doesn't really matter, but I don't know.
exactly. Let's not
Not
play
like
the game though, where you're
advocating
like,
horse fucking right
oh,
now.
this horse is so majestic. It's like, no, you want to have sex with this horse, and you know, more power to you, I guess. Someone in the chat is right. He says everyone knows at least one like horse crazy girl in high school.
It's always a girl.
Yeah, I guess like guys aren't really like pushed into the equestrian arts.
I also don't get the thing about people with trains. People get really obsessed with trains.
Do you think
It's
dudes
like it's a
wanna-
valid conveyance method.
Those dudes want to like fuck a train.
Maybe.
It's the same thing with like aviation. People would be like, you know, oh, Boeing 747 is so sexy.
Yep, plane people also take
Yeah.
it sometimes too far. It's all conveyance methods. Horses are conveyance methods as well.
That's weird.
People
That is
really
weird.
are into riding around on and in stuff.
Nick, the spider starts moving really fast.
Fuck that.
I don't appreciate it. I do have this
Still not
armor.
gonna give up.
Yeah, of course not. We're both at the same
give
part.
up.
This is when we figure it out, man. Apparently somebody tried to fuck an ambulance.
There was that dude on My Strange Addiction that like had a sexual attraction to his car. I think he had sex with the tailpipe.
Yeah, he told his dad.
Right.
and
Yeah,
that
it was really awkward.
that was a
He
really
did not
awkward
seem
moment.
very happy about that.
All right, I died on the spider.
All right, well, welcome back.
I have one more play left. Is there any like weapon that works on this guy apart from?
Nope. It's just impossible. We should just start farming the rest of the game for items.
Yep, you might be right. Like, go back to Storm Eagle, get the helmet, and
Yeah, I got the fire. I could go blow up those CO2 tanks.
is that what you need for that?
I think so. In Storm Eagle's level, right at the beginning, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of item right
Yeah.
at the start, to the right.
I thought you could just use charge shot on that, but I might be wrong. Oh my god, there's no way I can hit this guy. Let me think about this. Let's try this again. I have not hit the spider yet on this run.
It's a rough day for a spider.
The spider, man! It's only the spider. Wow, the fire sucks against him. I'll save you some time there.
Is this a thing that everybody gets, that like the spider is the hardest thing that there is?
Apparently Sigma is harder. But this
I
is
don't
maybe
believe
where the first time we've run up against crazy difficulty because we're, we skipped through like all the item tanks
Oh,
in
yeah.
the game.
The Sting Chameleon invincibility is exactly time perfect enough to get up the walls of death.
Yes, but no, like there's no breathing room.
Yeah.
You just do it, okay.
Do it.
Alright, everything sucks except for fully charged X-Buster shots, I guess.
Everything's terrible.
Sigma's dog is not that difficult, guys. I've done this many times. And maybe this is like a personal thing as well, because like, as mentioned, this boss is difficult for me because I can't do like the math in my head of where this guy's going. For whatever reason.
Yeah, me either.
If I only had an E-Tank, man.
I'm glad we're evened out in that respect. Actually, you know what? That's a real good idea. I'm gonna farm these guys for a while.
I can't believe it. You have a fucking E-Tank.
Yeah, and I still can't do it.
Yeah, but you have an E-Tank, man. I'm not saying like, oh, you bad. I'm saying like...
There was one in Storm Eagle that was right in the way, too.
Ugh.
All you need to do is just go up and break the glass and just sitting there on the ground.
Okay. Well, let's take a trip to Storm Eagle Land here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't mean to like give you advice, but if you were to do anything to help your chances, there are 2 items you could get very quickly in that.
Where is this E-tank? That's the tricky part. It's in an unavoidable error. Hey, everyone in the chat is like an ultimate backseat driver. Maybe get some health upgrades. We're freaking... The whole point is to finish the game as quickly as possible, not finish the game with all the upgrades in the game. You know, you gotta... There's a balance somewhere. There's a heart container.
Yeah, I think maybe that we went a little shallow on the balance, though.
I agree. I don't disagree with you there. But by the same token, people are acting like, it was a no-brainer. Like, why didn't you pay this? And it's like, it's not as easy as you think it is. You gotta make those tough decisions, man. This is kind of a scary situation. And where is the armor on this one? It's never where I expect it to be. There's many of these.
Sub tank and go straight to hell. Forget it. I'm going in.
Oh shit, good luck, Nick.
Thanks.
I almost feel like whoever beats the spider is probably set up.
Yeah. We've decided the ice is the best option, right?
That is, it worked well-ish for me.
Buster, not ice, the chat's telling me.
Yeah, you can also use the fully upgraded Buster.
But what do I do about the spiders, though?
I switched to the Storm and then just fire one of those.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Look at this teamwork. I don't understand this mentality. Like, someone in chat, and I'm not trying to pick on this person, but they're saying, like, sorry for the backseat driving, but this is, like, impossible to watch otherwise.
Of
and
course.
Like, Jesus, man. Like, not... If you want to watch some, like, pro MLG gameplay, go watch, like, some League of Legends or Dota or the professional streaming going on right now, right? Like, there's no shortage of people that are really good at video game streaming. You're here for the entertainment, and I appreciate it. But don't act like it's, oh, this is like such a stress on my life to watch this.
Yeah.
Well, then, you know, by all means, it's way easier for you to not watch than it is for me to, like, be better at this game. That could happen in time, but it's going to be a slow grind. I promise you that.
Yeah, people throw around the word, like, cringe a lot when they talk about stuff, and I don't ever feel that way, really. I have a hard time sympathizing.
Go left, NL. Buy an armlet.
Oh, yeah, get the item on the left.
Where's the item, Nick?
It's on the left.
Is it up top?
No, it's on the left.
Is it on the left when you first start?
No.
I don't trust this guy.
I'm making a joke about a Dark Souls thing that you may not have been around for.
Go up. I have to go up here, don't I?
Get him next time, Nick. That's a good idea. Good advice. Sorry, I don't mean to come across total dick. I'm just like, yeah, I know, I want to beat him.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Left, not right. Left.
I just can't handle figuring out where he's going to end up at the end.
Cringe is when your mom walks in on you masturbating.
Okay, yeah, I'll buy that. That is not what we're doing, though. That is not anywhere near it.
I did all this for a 1-up.
Yeah.
This is why I hate Storm Eagle's level, because there's like 20 different paths that you can take.
Yeah, if I was a huge dick, I'd be like, yeah, just go to the level that there aren't any items on. That's probably where you should be.
The first elevator goes up to a tank. Alright, well that is my mistake, and I apologize for that, but I'm just getting the head armor primarily. The heart container makes a big difference as well. I appreciate that.
Did we have to unlock the ability to escape from a level? Because oh, you have to beat the boss before it does that.
Yes, exactly. Alright, this is gonna go. Wait, back again. I see where you're a piece of garbage, aren't you? Alright, here's the helmet. Alright. The head armor, I think, also reduces your damage. I hope. And if so, I may have a chance to beat the spider. We are struggling mightily, though. I think that's a fair thing to say. Oh, the head armor simply allows you to break bricks. And also protects you from 1 or 2 attacks. Nope. Well, I did get 1 heart container in that level. Who knows? Then maybe that'll make all the difference.
I just keep getting health ups. I don't want that.
You're getting health upgrades?
No, just regular power up, like normal refill your life.
Can you farm prior to the spider boss?
Yeah, the room right before it.
Yeah, but like, can you go back to that room?
No, it starts you at the junction between them, right?
Yeah, so you can't go back and like get ice bullets if you've already used them all.
I guess so. I guess not. Yep.
I don't know if I trust you, Nick.
I'm only kind of here.
Most of the time, you're a paragon of virtue, but
I wouldn't go that far.
your self-interest in this situation has me a little concerned. I'll just fall
Yes.
off the edge if you don't mind.
Conflict of interest. The heart container that's in Sting Chameleon's level, what was the move you needed to get that one? As I remember, it was across a huge gap.
Might just
Oh,
be
yeah.
a dash? I don't know. Are you Instinct
Oh.
Chameleon's level?
No, I'm hanging out looking for the power-ups that I forgot about in the Eagle Man level.
Wow, we suck.
Yep. I also just got really bored of trying to climb up stuff and die a lot. I'm gonna see what's up here. There's gotta be something up this... No, there's not.
I'm just gonna game FAQs and look up the E-Tank locations.
That's not a bad idea.
Someone in
gonna fall
chat
off.
is like, if Josh was here, he would have beaten the spider in one go. And you know what? You might be right.
You might be right.
That guy has had an impressive run of form in these races.
He's really good at games. I didn't know he was so good.
I mean, he's kind of not though.
Oh.
There's
Well, he's good at the games we've been picking.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what gets me. Believe it or not, the Northern Lion Sucks at Games narrative is a newish one. When Josh and I used to play games all the time on like Xbox Live, Rainbow Six 3, Project Gotham, etc., etc. I used to be renowned as like the guy to beat most of the time, but that is clearly reversed. I almost feel like the race at this point is whoever beats the spider first.
Yeah, it is that.
I would not have expected that given the start, or at the start, I should say. I can't believe that hit me.
What if we go for like 20 more minutes and nobody beats the spider? Is it just a draw?
Yeah, because we call it a tie.
Okay. That would be the best I've placed so far.
Yeah, at least I have that half-botched Runner 2 race that at least I can look to. No, if neither win, then Nick wins. All right, the chat has spoken.
Whatever. I don't want to win like that.
If only the race was only an hour long, then I would have been golden, basically. But now that we've all reached the same point where our proficiency sucks. It's Josh is single, Northern Lion has a girlfriend, Josh is good at games, Northern Lion is crap. See a connection, guys? That's an anecdotal. The sample size on that is too small. There's plenty of like...
Causation and correlation, man.
Exactly. There's plenty of professional gamers who are obviously thus better at me than games kind of by default, who also have, you know, significant others in serious relationships. In fact, Kate is better than me at video games, so... I'm too busy playing video games to be good at video games, I think is the problem. I've sold myself... I'm never going to be... I focus on, you know, breadth instead of depth.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a you know, positioning strategy that I enjoy, but, you know... I'm never going to become like a pro Dota player or caster. Probably.
We should do like a best-of-3 Magic match with Yumi and Kate and Josh.
I think it could work, but I also think that you have an extra level of strategy in Magic that I have not reached yet.
Nope.
No.
You should watch some of the episodes. Nope.
And Kate is definitely better than me.
Kate is real good at Magic.
At
I'm just
Magic.
gonna straight up say it, like she is pretty damn good at Magic, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but it works. Anyway.
She's also great at the mind games, too.
Yeah, I can't even do it. The problem is, like, I always, like, exempt myself from the mind games, and I'm like, I'm gonna treat the game as just, like, an objective process. But then other people don't exempt themselves from the mind games, so as a result,
you're
I
forced
lose
to
the
play.
mind games. It's not fair. I'm like, hey, don't listen to her. She's trying to trick you. And everyone's like, yeah, whatever, get Northern Line. It's kill the outsider. I don't know.
You're good at the diplomacy game in general for your grand strategy stuff.
Treat
it like that.
I don't know about that.
No?
You should see the comments on the Crusader Kings videos.
Yeah.
They're turning, man.
You should see the comments on any video anyone makes. They're always like that.
Rogue Legacy ones are great. I don't. People are like ignorant of it to a certain extent, but it's always nice when a game first launches and everyone's like, "Oh man, this game's so awesome! Thanks for showing
I
it
know.
off." And then by like episode 10, everybody owns it, or my favorite,
And they've beaten it 30 times. Yeah.
yeah, or not even owns it, but has like secondhand watched other people play it, and then they're like, "Wait a minute, this guy's not strategizing properly. I'm gonna get angry about it."
Yes.
And you know, I don't know if that's something about the like streaming and video community or the people that consume the videos, or if it's like something about esports now being a thing. And I love esports. I hope that isn't taken as a negative, but I don't know, man. Everyone wants to be the reason you succeed. I actually just like I like to play at my own speed.
At the point that you're at that you've posted of your Rogue Legacy, have you beaten the 4th boss yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's true. 4th boss is actually, I got really lucky. There was a, I don't necessarily want to spoil anything for you.
Yeah,
but,
don't spoil anything.
Okay. I had a series of traits that made killing the boss probably substantially easier than it would have been in other circumstances.
Yeah, I gotta, oh my god, I'm just getting destroyed by the dudes in the hallway before the spider.
Oh my god. Oh my, yes, oh my god. I suck at this motherfucking spider, man, the spider!
Do you remember what you did in your Let's Play?
For the spider?
Yeah.
I had a fuck ton of E-tanks.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you took your time then.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I got hit. One E-tank! If I had just gotten the E-tank on the Storm Eagle level, I'm sorry, Chad, I should have listened. The only solace for me... The only solace...
on backseat games, just follow along.
The only solace is the chance that, you know, sometimes you get lucky and there's just no, like, webs on a side.
Right.
And that's beautiful. I can, with, like, 90% efficiency, I can get those.
Nah, you'll still fuck me up. It's like, there's no webs here, but I'm still gonna go there anyway.
I am, like, 2 hits away from killing the spider here.
Oh, shit, I gotta get in there then.
I'm definitely 1 hit away from killing the spider.
Don't do it.
Nick, I have defeated the spider.
No! I guess you win.
We'll see, man. There's still technically like 10 minutes left here. That was a clutch fucking moment. I was on 1 hit away from death for I don't know, 40% of that fight. I just got very lucky. I got a number of strings in a row where there were like no webs on a particular side, and then just got one right.
I can't even hit him.
People are also right, by the way, that the health upgrade that I got on the Storm Eagle level did make the difference. I beat it with like 2 bars remaining. So amazingly, who's the loser now? He says as he jumps and falls into the water, into the gap right off the bat.
Can you still die enough that you can have to fight the spider again?
I don't believe so. I believe that once that like saves your progress. It's like banking in the weakest link. That was real scary.
Good boy.
That boss is straight up bullshit, though. We should petition Capcom.
Yeah, retroactively remove it.
It's like, did you play much Mega Man 1?
I played enough.
There's a boss, the Yellow Devil, in Mega Man 1.
Oh, I know the Yellow Devil.
Yeah.
We go way back.
Infamous. I have beaten all of Mega Man 1 without cheesing, except for the Yellow Devil, which thankfully has, like, a glitch associated with it, where if you just pause and unpause the game with, like, one weapon, you can just hit him over and over. Glitch. I've never beaten it without him. Or without
the thing about that glitch is that you can also use it in Blaster Master, and it's a real good glitch. It's one of my favorites.
It is a good one. And you know, the first time I played Mega Man 1, oh, that was really stupid of me. First time I played Mega Man 1 was actually on the Virtual Console for the Wii, so it was an emulated version. But and legal emulation, I paid like $10 for this copy of Mega Man 1. It still had the same like glitch in it. Thankfully, because like me and my housemate were like, how do we beat this guy? He's fucking impossible. But yes, it turns out the answer is just, you know, cheat, basically. This is the worst I've ever done against Chill Penguin, but I'm still gonna survive.
Oh, this spider. I want to rip its head off.
It's real tough, man. But once you get it, then like, morale's restored.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much out of ice now, so not getting it.
I think the ice only does 2 bars per hit or something, maybe 3 bars.
There isn't anything better.
Yeah, I agree, but it's a real problem. Hey, David Angel 64 is here.
Also, the timing. I can't seem to get down the timing of when to fire and not get hit.
It's very tough, I will admit. I didn't. Now I'm like talking like an expert. Like, yeah, man, that's a tricky one. What a scrub. Doesn't even know how to beat the spider. Probably, you gotta get the helmet, man.
I don't want the helmet.
It's worth it. Say the helmet and the heart container saved my life.
No matter where I go, the spider jumps on me.
Yep.
And I'm not jumping, guys. I don't know why I want to not jump. Oh, I guess the jump is the spiders come down on you. Okay. I get it.
We can do okay. We're still alive here. Welcome to the comments, Northern Lion. Hello, Silver Knight 16. It's hard to manage the chat and play a game like this at the same time. And I'm not even managing the chat. It's like disrespectful to the moderators who are actually making this stream like work and be civil. But it's difficult to even watch the chat at the same time.
I didn't jump. Why were there spiders?
Spiders only spawn when you jump?
That's what they're saying.
Whoa, it only hurts when I breathe, man. Is this Storm Eagle now? What are you playing Megan on? Northern Lino? The legal Super Nintendo console, of course. Wouldn't have it any other way. How many Sigma levels are there? There's 4 Sigma levels?
26.
26 Sigma levels! Oh, you... You scared me. You actually... I got very, very concerned there.
You believed me.
I know, right? Like, it's very silly of me. What the heck is... I'm trying to run the chain in my head right now. So what's the weakness for Storm Eagle? Storm Eagle is weak against... He is... Flame is his strength. What is he weak against? Roll shield? No, that's the octopus. Boomerang? That could be.
Hey, chat. You want to give me another option other than the ice? You have any other option?
Wow, this guy wants something other than the ice.
Yeah. I'm a sucker.
I used the ice. Apparently, it's Chameleon Sting.
Okay.
I'm going to continue not using it because I think it's kind of cheesy for me to just ask. Even though we have been using the chat pretty freely throughout the race. Is there stereo sound in Megaman X?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I feel like I... One second here, I'm getting confused. There's lots of things going on at once. I feel like I can tell which direction Storm Eagle's coming by the headphones, like which direction the sound is coming from my headphones. Apparently it is. X says it
Guys, I know the spider can only be damaged when the red eye is open. I do know that.
Do you know you press X to fire the blaster?
Oh, that was my problem.
I was doing a pacifist run.
Oh. I haven't even shot it yet.
That would be pretty impressive. This is a long fight here. Yeah,
I'm just gonna try all the weapons.
I got the bad random number generator for Storm Eagle where he just constantly does the dive attack over and over. But any second here.
Please smile. It would definitely help your chance of survival if you had played more Mario Party as a child. Do you want to see the blister on my palm from playing Mario Party, motherfucker?
I've got blisters on my fingers.
Use the whistle. Yeah, I would use the whistle if it wasn't outlawed.
Alright, I have finally beaten Storm Eagle again. That might be the end of this level, actually. It's not.
It never is.
No. Plenty more left. And we got one of these chain dudes.
24.
Excuse me?
23 more levels.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I'm only on level 2 of Sigma's levels, so...
Oh, so sorry, 24 more.
Even more than that, yes. Alright, just farm the bats for HP. Yes, thank you. I believe that this will kill him in one hit. Nope, didn't work at all. What if I use some homing missiles here? Will these work? Yes, they will. Very slowly, but done nonetheless.
I had 2 extra lives going into that spider fight, by the way.
And you still,
Still continued.
It's a very tough fight. Don't get down on yourself. I'm serious when I say that. Once you get past that, you could probably catch up to me fairly easily.
Let's see. Are you jumping and or shooting? Yeah, I am.
Oftentimes simultaneously, in fact. Who's? Oh, I'm fighting a Sigma dude. I remember this. This is the thing with the nose that goes around. This can be kind of tricky. Mostly because I don't remember how to do it at all. But we'll figure it out here in a second.
Does he use holograms to attack you, or is that only in the second one?
There's a second. Do you use holograms in Mega Man
The
X?
second Mega Man.
Mega Man X 2. Okay, I gotcha.
I'm a big fan of using holograms to attack people if you can.
Wow, I didn't know that about you, Nick.
You never see it coming. Or you will, and it'll be in 3D.
I hate this boss fight, actually. Apparently, roll shield is the weapon of choice here. But I'm just gonna die instead. Chameleon Sting NL, shoot his eyes. Who knows? We'll see. Chameleon Sting, use your Polaroid invincibility, shoot the nose. Okay, he's looking at shot. Stop asking stupid questions. That's true. Much appreciated. Ah, Chameleon Sting actually works real nicely. Who would have thought?
If I ever meet a Kawanger in real life, I'm going to be terrified of its phase abilities.
Dude, yes.
Not to mention that it can throw its horns.
I hope the real Beetle doesn't have that.
It does, though. That's the scary part.
It's the beauty of the situation. It looks like when the nose leaves, it has some text under it, and it looks like the text says beer.
I hope it does say beer.
I wish it did, but I'm pretty
might.
sure that's just like my psyche.
Translation error in Japanese, beer just means Mega Man's coming out with another Mega Man game. I don't know.
Means Mega Man's coming out with another Mega Man game.
Pero! I don't know. Could be.
You see, Mike Bithell won an award at the Developer Awards, Nick.
Excellent.
Excellence in narrative for Thomas Was Alone, I believe.
Oh, the rectangle game.
Yeah, you've heard of it.
Self-described as.
Self-described as dumb rectangle game. How am I supposed to attack
go
this
that
thing?
far, but okay.
He described it as such. Too much humility on that boy.
This level getting up to the spider now is becoming trivial to me, which is really strange.
That is pretty crazy. I have no idea how to hit this guy. Oh, sometimes I hit him, sometimes I don't, but the shots still seem to be landing, so I'm very confused.
Don't squander the ice.
Don't breathe this.
The only option. Really could have added like about an extra 30 milliseconds for you to get the shot in.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, right?
I shoot twice thinking I'm going to get it on the second go, and I just waste 2.
I'm very close to finishing this level.
Dash to avoid him. It didn't help me there. I guess I didn't dash.
Just wait for one more. You can just walk over it. Okay, one more. One more. He didn't die. Alright. Why don't we try using like a missile or something then? Missiles just don't hit. Okay. Maybe a storm will be nice enough. Yeah, storm actually worked.
I can't use Leaf Shield.
Fair enough.
Still can't do it.
Yeah, there's no leaf shield in the game, man.
There should be.
Sorry, I didn't mean to let that joke just die. I just took a sip of
No,
water,
that's
though.
totally fine. It should be.
That's my mistake. Alright. I am on the 3rd Sigma level.
Alright, I'm fighting the spider, if you were interested in knowing. I'll probably be doing that for another, I don't know, however long we're going to keep doing this.
Well, it's technically past 6. But I would love to...
Alright, so you win.
Yes, but I don't want to
Just
call
beat
it
the
yet,
game.
because I'm very interested to see if you can actually beat the spider.
I can. But I'll keep trying.
But you could, yeah, and if you do, then I think we should give it like a 10-minute period or something. But even then, I'm like, maybe 10 minutes is not enough at this point. It's hard to say. Just use like the X Buster.
Is there some way that I could somehow pick, like, get money for picking which part of the ground the spider lands on? Because I could win every single time.
Oh,
It's uncanny.
You have the ability to tell.
I have the ability to always be where the spider is and not able to counter that.
Oh, okay, that sucks.
I'm magnetically attracted to the only place that it lands every time.
I've been playing this game for like 2 hours, and I just tried to duck under a shot, so...
Hey, you can't duck.
Yeah, I don't know, I thought I was playing like Contra or something.
Duck hunt.
I get it. It's the wrong kind of duck, Nick. I'm gonna be real pissed if I die against Roll Armadillo just because I'm being a big Roll Armading-dong.
Seems like Nick will never figure the super easy pattern of this boss.
Oh, excuse me? Super easy for you to download a Super Legal Nintendo yourself and play it. See if you can beat it.
Super legal Nintendo.
Super Legal Nintendo. That's what it's called. Apparently, also, we should say, for awareness' sake, Dark Souls is 75% off on Steam today.
Putting it at what,
I
$15?
think 12.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's pretty good. It's a good game. I like it.
Yeah, I've tried it once or twice.
Yeah, somewhere on the order of like 290 hours in it.
That's it.
I got like 93 on PC and at least 100 or 200 on Xbox.
Noob.
Super legal. Oh, it's $7 right now. Sorry.
Oh, 7 is, yeah, insta-buy if you haven't gotten it by now.
That is crazy cheap. Oh, it's on flash sale right now. That explains it.
That's what I'm waiting for like Far Cry 3 or one of those.
Far Cry 3 is a good game.
I want to pay $15 for it most.
I think it's gonna go down to
Real cheap.
40% under. Because usually, like the community choices are like portents for what will actually happen with those games. Because that's what kind of like trivializes the community choices, right? It's like you'll see games in there and they'll lose, and then the next day they'll just go on sale for that anyway.
I just can't stand when they show something on sale at one point. Like last year, or the year before last, rather, the winter sale, things were way cheaper than they were last winter sale.
Yes.
And I don't understand that justification, because time has passed.
And the last winter sale I was not really impressed with. Because I think at that point it was like, you know, how many times can I buy Darksiders 2?
Right, I mean, they have like a handful of games that are clearly on their ledger that they want to discount, and
Yeah.
they just keep hitting them over and over and over.
It's in the Humble Bundle. It's in, you know, it's in everything. Who am I? Oh, it's this guy again.
And if you didn't get the THQ Super Bundle Pack, that's the time you should have done it.
Yeah, that was like $7.50
Missed
for
out.
every game that THQ has ever made.
Yeah, even as a super cheap person, like, that is almost going too far. You've devalued your property at that point, but I guess you don't have much else to do.
Yeah, they were going out of business anyway. Most of that money probably went to severance or like creditors,
yeah.
if I had to guess.
That's just sad.
Yeah, it is. But people have way too much sympathy. I have sympathy for the people, but I have no sympathy for the company, because THQ put out a lot of bad shit for a long time.
Oh, I'm only talking about the people.
Yeah. It was a shame at the end, because THQ was turning it around. They came out with really good stuff. You know,
Yeah, that you draw, man. That was a real great piece of hardware.
I was thinking more like, you know, Darksiders is pretty good. Saints Row the Third was fun. But before that, THQ had a pretty deserved reputation for being not great, and that kind of came back to bite them in the ass to a certain extent. I don't think that's the only reason they went under, but anyway.
What do you think the odds are that Saints Row 4 is going to be terrible?
I think it's going to be really good.
Okay.
I would be surprised if it was bad. And that's all I can say about that.
I just think that there's a chance they might have gone too far with the wackiness, maybe? But I'm just guessing.
We'll see. It comes out next month.
Oh, that soon.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It does indeed. Yeah, it's the kind of game that you're like, oh, this comes out in like November, right? Nope. Comes out end of August.
Yeah, they're going the Dead Rising approach.
What was good against the octopus as a shield? Octopus, get fucked now. He has no arms. He's still kicking my ass, but I have armor this
Octopus
time.
will do the fucking, thank you very much.
In lots of porn
All
from
the
a country
arms.
that shall not be named. Yeah, with or without arms, this octopus could probably still be a male porn star in parts of the world. He still had one tentacle left, which is really weird.
That's all you need.
Alright. I can't believe this level is not over. Also, yes, Binding of Isaac is on sale today. If you're one of the 3 people in chat that does not own it. At this point, people are always like, hey man, can you tweet about this Binding of Isaac sale? And I'm like, yeah, but like everybody owns it, right? It's been
You should work
bundles.
something out with Edmund where everyone who subscribes to your Twitch just gets a free copy of it.
That would be great. And you know what? I don't
Part
think
of the Northern Line kit.
I don't think Twitch would have a problem at all. I think they would be totally okay with it. I think this is the last oh, no, it's not. There is someone in chat right now that's like, I don't own it. So, you know, fair enough.
Yeah, there's always one.
Yeah, I'm not trying to...
Right.
There's people who, like... There's people, like, when I did those giveaways where I just picked a random Twitch viewer via that plugin, there were people who were like, I installed Steam to redeem my copy of this game. So, for people like that, I can definitely understand, like, oh, I don't have the Binding of Isaac.
I hear that a lot for Desera. I don't hear it too much for Steam anymore.
Yeah, you hear that all the time for Desera.
Like, what is that? Wait, what did you just say to me?
Desera's a good platform.
It's not bad.
Yeah, okay. there's positives and negatives.
I like demos. Those are cool.
Major positive is that there's lots of free demos. Major negative is that quality control perhaps is a little bit less stringent.
Alright. This time I'm just gonna flawless the fucking spider.
Oh, you're still on the spider?
Yeah. Where do you think? You think I didn't tell you that I beat the spider?
I don't know, man. You've been very, not really forthcoming with the information so far.
I was very close to saying, like, this is your moment if you want to transition out of this race, because I was just sitting on the menu for a while. But I decided to go back in. I really don't want to go out on the spider. It's really embarrassing to me.
I'm making progress here. I want to at least get to the final boss. And maybe then we can call it, because the final boss I think is another like half-hour grind potentially.
Oh yeah. Like, it doesn't bother me to have a reputation as being pretty bad at games, but I feel like I'm not legitimately that bad.
You're
it's
not.
Just
Yeah.
I'm picking really bad games or something.
Yeah, you've had some unfortunate form. Oh, fuck this dude. Remember this guy from Megaman X, the car with the teeth, and it like forms the. Like, it separates in half and then it crushes you.
The car has teeth?
Yes.
I'm not interested in cars with teeth. Oh, I died on the last hit on the spider. That felt real good.
Oh, man. Was it... The spider was down to its last hit?
Yeah, spider was last hit.
Alright. Well, actually, I just had to use the continue, so this is up to you.
And now I probably don't have enough ice to get through.
Are you on, How many lives do you have?
I have 1 life.
Okay.
So I have 2 lives.
I'm gonna give you a second to pimp your channel here, actually.
Oh, I have one of those.
Alright, so I'm gonna type some Nick in the chat, and I'll put your overlay up. There you go.
Spider. Alright, so guys, I'm Nick. I am also known as Rockley Smile on the YouTube land. I produce content about indie games primarily. I have a series called Indie Impressions. If you'd like to check it out, I do a different weird, surreal, strange, abstract type of indie game every single day. Series has been running for over a year, 450-ish episodes actually now. And if you want to come check it out, I just actually did a video on Toki Tori 2 today, the alliteratory wonder. So come check that out, see what you think. There's also a series I'm doing on Rogue Legacy. I've been having a lot of fun with that. As well as some other random junk over there. I mean, I've got a whole ton of Let's Plays, but that is the most current thing. I also have machinima style stuff. I have a collaboration that's been fairly long running with Rob on Magic the Gathering. And I also have a Twitch channel, or Twitch channel, that's what you call those. Twitch.tv/RockleySmile if you want to catch my streams. I'm actually streaming my version of Mega Man, which I'm about to die on the spider again. Right now, so if you want to come visit there will be a VOD, so you can catch my side if you only were watching Ryan's side of that. I've got a Twitter, which is @RockleySmile, so if you want to follow me over there, I tweet many times a day, industry stuff, silly stuff, personal stuff. You can always just, grab me if you want to talk about whatever. And I've got a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/indieimpressions, and lastly, I've got a website for my series called indie-impressions.com.
Beautiful.
The longest pitch of my life.
We have done several exclamation point nicks in the chat. As always, thanks everyone for watching the stream. I guess we're going to call it a race here.
Yeah, I just died on the spider, so.
Did you lose? Are you out of continues?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that seems like a convenient opportunity. So nobody beat it, but I guess I will claim the victory here.
You did.
under the technicalities of the race rules. As always, thanks for coming out, whether you're watching on Twitch or whether you are watching on YouTube. It was a fun time regardless. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time, or 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time, it's Eastern time, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so make sure to check it out for the Northern Lion Live Super Show. I also do impromptu streams sometimes, so make sure to follow the channel on Twitch if you're interested in seeing me play Dota, which might be, boring for you guys, but if it's not boring, then follow on Twitch. That was probably the worst self-salesmanship I've ever done. Again, a special thank you, without alienating free viewers, to the people who have subscribed on Twitch. Sub button is new, and I appreciate all the support so far. The main bonus from my standpoint for subscribing, which is $4.99 a month, is that it actually gives me direct financial support, which really makes a huge difference instead of existing on an entirely ad revenue-based model. So I really appreciate that. It's like, getting support directly from the fans instead of like Basel being like, hey, you showed our butter ad to 20,000 people. So it feels a little bit better. I have a more positive feeling about it. Also, for Twitch subscribers, we do get a special stream every Saturday or Sunday. I haven't decided when this one's going to be, but I message all subscribers. And we play a free or ubiquitous multiplayer game that we stream with Twitch paid subscribers. And everyone can view it, but Twitch subscribers have the opportunity to actually get in on those games. Also, you get my face next to your name, as you can see. And if you look in the chat right now, I subscribe to myself just to get my face, so that's how much I appreciate about it. And also, we're going to be doing Steam giveaways for this, but anyway, that is a long pitch as well. So as always, Nick, not Nix, I'm playing Dota again. Thanks for coming out.
Of course, and I just want to say real quick to the YouTube viewers, any of you out there, feel free to like the stream. It helps us out and get the viewership out to larger, varieties of people watching.
Much appreciated. And as always, thanks to everyone, especially the mod community in the chat. And we will see you guys on Monday.
Later.